yeah, what is going on? I heard you have a super chat. I haven't even started. I'm 6 seconds into this. Wow. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it, man. Well, let's just hi everybody. What's up? First of all, let's get into this. Jason Dyer says my wish list for Halloween ends. Lori finally dies. We find out Ben Tramer was Karen's father and he is out for revenge. No mob chants or hospital scenes. More storyline and less pointless kills. I can't argue with that, man. I really can't argue with that. I did like a lot of what Halloween Kills did, but yeah, it needed maybe more focus on a storyline. And a lot of the kills came from characters we just met, but I will say David Gordon Green is phenomenal at writing these random characters into a scene, having a little funny moment with them, and then killing them off. So that's always fun to me, I think. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying, though, Jason. But I think Halloween Ends will be more story-focused, for sure. And thank you for the super chat already, man. God, I greatly appreciate it. What is going on, Joey? Hola, what's up? Andrew, how's it going? I'm fantastic, man. Zoe, howdy. What's up, Zoe? Gavin White, what's up? How is your day? My day's fantastic. I'm fantastic. I just feel phenomenal today. I have got a coffee. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to live stream for a few hours. I don't even care. I don't even care. No, I'm just kidding. I do care a lot. I'm very excited. I want to live stream like all day. I'm vibing today. Absolutely vibing. What's going on, Keith? Yeah, we're talking about Halloween today. Oh yeah. Rocky Balboa is in the chat as well. I think Haddonfield and Lori find out Michael is still alive because we all hear him breathing on the radio. That could be the role the radio tower plays. So do you think, ooh, that's actually really interesting. Do you think that maybe he breaks into a radio studio and just starts like murdering people? Because like I'm personally all about that. That's a really interesting setting for Michael Myers to be in. What's going on, Jacob Browning? I'm fantastic, man. I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it. Do you fear that the radio tower will explain Michael's madness? I sure hope not. I agree, Apollo. We got a lot of Balboas in the chat today. We got a lot of Rocky fans here. I'm gonna have to talk about Rocky with all this going on. This is funny. Yeah, I really hope they don't explain Michael. That's a big thing I don't like about the like 4, 5, and 6, the Thorn trilogy. It's just, why do we need to explain that? What's so scary about Michael Myers is we don't realize what he is. Like, why is he so superhuman? There's definitely something more to him than we know. And I think it's scarier than, not being explained. The mystery is where a lot of fear comes from, just logically, if you think about it. So the more you can leave mysterious, the better. I always say with horror films. Brie, what's going on? Greetings from France. Heck yeah. I have a buddy from France. His name's Jack. I got to have him on a live stream. If you guys watch, actually, it's hilarious we're talking about Halloween today. If you guys watch my Halloween Kills locations video, I did it with my buddy Jack. He loves France. He's from France. Great dude. Absolutely great dude. It would be a nod to H6 when Loomis hears Jamie Lloyd. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that would be sick. I'd be totally down for that. That's, this is a weird thing to complain about with the new Halloween movies, but why? There's not enough Michael breathing. There's not enough of, like, that's scary, man. I love the ending of that original where all you don't see him, but you hear his breathing. You know, he's still out there somewhere. I love it. Oh, it's good stuff. Rocky rules. Hell yeah, it does. Oh, this is probably an unpopular opinion, but I love Rocky 3. I love it. Oh, love the third one. Yo, Adrian, you in here? That's funny. My theory is Michael gets Michael gets an exorcism. There is Michael and there is the Shape, which is evil. After the Shape is gone, he is a normal man. Dr. Mathis is the one to do it. So you think Dr. Mathis is like a priest or something instead of a doctor? Maybe he's lying about his identity. That could be it. Keith, I will say this. I hope it's absolutely bonkers. I hope whatever it is, it's absolutely insane. That's the one thing I'm really hoping from Halloween Ends. I hope it's not just because let's be honest, Halloween Kills, however you feel about it, it was pretty bonkers. It was pretty out there. And I hope we get a story that's similar to 2018 or like the original story, but has that bonkers element that Halloween Kills had. If we can mix that together, I feel like we're going to get a great ending here. Best of both worlds, as they say. Apollo says Halloween won't end. JLC will return again in Halloween H60 as an 80-year-old Laurie Strode. I'm thinking Jamie Lee Curtis is probably done after this. And yes, I'm seeing that a lot of people are thinking Michael isn't going to die. We're going to talk about that real soon here. Big Bear bro, what's going on? We're going to talk about that all in just a second here. I'm just asking a few things. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure Jamie Lee Curtis is done after this movie. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. But hey, you know, if she's still around, you know, when the next one comes out and they throw a big paycheck at her, she'll probably do it, sure. So I'm not throwing that whole idea out the window, but if I were to guess, I would say this is probably going to be the end for Jamie Lee in the Halloween movies. Zoe says, I watched H Kills last night. Big John and Little John are my spirit animals. Those are like my favorite new characters. They're phenomenal throughout that. And Big John is the small one. Little John's the big one. That's so funny. I love both of them so much. Justin Proper, what's going on? You were under the impression that most people liked Rocky 3. I don't know. Honestly, you know, I don't talk to people about Rocky all that much, so I'm not 100% sure. The fifth Rocky movie. Yeah. What if they end up doing Halloween Ends Part 2 and Ends Part 1? Says Big Bear. Yeah. I don't know, man. Let's just end it. Let's just end it. Okay, so listen. I titled this video. I want to hear what you guys have to think about it. I'm thinking about doing a video on it either tomorrow or Thursday. Is Michael Myers gonna die? Do you think Michael Myers is going to die in this film? Will Laurie Strode kill Michael once and for all? Because it's Halloween Ends, right? This is like a definitive ending for the series. Is he gonna die? Is he not gonna die? I want to hear what you guys have to say. Jason Dyer, thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Michael Myers and Art the Clown both do not need to explain why they kill. If Michael dies, it better be epic. I want an ending that leaves the audience speechless. I agree. I 100% agree. I think don't kill Michael without a purpose. Kill Michael to have a definitive ending, to have a something just insane happen right at the end. Like I was saying earlier, I want it to be bonkers, man. I want it to be a bonkers, crazy ending, and I wanted this to be like a slow build kind of movie that builds up to this massive, epic finale, because that's what this movie is. And I would be disappointed otherwise, I think. So 100%, I agree. And they don't need to explain why they kill. Yeah, 100%. Art the Clown as well is in that same boat. I think that he's just scary on his own. We're going to learn a lot more about his character in Terrifier 2, but according to Damien Leone, but I hope not too much. I hope we only get little pieces of the puzzle and not the whole thing. What's up, Lanntonio? Yo. I will have a by the way, for my Patreon supporters, Lanntonio and Jason Dyer just recently joined the Patreon team. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. I am putting out a video especially for just my patrons today. And it's going to be a review of Alligator from 1980. I just watched that movie for the first time and it blew my mind. I cannot wait for my patrons to see that video. Just so you guys know, over on my Patreon, I will be doing a weekly video every single week that my patrons can pitch to me. Like I want to ask everyone to give me a movie to review, and I will do it. I like literally give me like 6, 7, 100 movies. I'll add them to a list and eventually I'll get to them. So that is something I'm going to start implementing with over on my Patreon. I think I'm also going to start channel memberships soon. So there's going to be a lot of big changes to the old channel coming up here in April. So what is going on, everybody? Big Bear Bro says they could do a Halloween prequel calling it Halloween 78. I would love to see another Halloween movie set in the 70s. That would be sick. Gavin White says, what are your favorite horror films? Mine are Scream and Jaws. Great choices. First of all, Jaws is definitely one at like top 5. Definitely Jaws is up there for me. I also absolutely love Zombie from 1979. It's a movie by Lucio Fulci. It's my favorite zombie movie ever. I just love slow zombies. There's something really messed up about them. That like fast zombies are great, but something about slow zombies, man, they just hit different. But keeping it on topic with the Halloween stuff. Jason Dyer says Myers will die. Start a new chapter. I agree. I think let's end this series and then let's start it up with something fresh in 5 years, because that'll probably happen. Why not? That's what I say. Extended cut is way better than the theatrical version. I agree. I 100% agree. I watched the extended cut very recently when I got it on 4K, and yeah, it's so much better. It flows a lot better. I think that's the biggest thing for me. Pacing wise, it feels a lot better. It's not as choppy. I think Laurie will die, but Michael's ending will be left for interpretation. Ooh, interesting. Now, my one thing about that, Apollo, is I don't want to see them just like pretend like fake kill Michael and then like his hand twitches or something at the end, because they've done that at the end of every movie. I think if you honestly want to like leave it up to interpretation for real and not lead into that he's still alive, okay, that's interesting to me. They've never really done that. So that's how I feel about it. I'm totally okay with them killing Michael, but because they'll probably bring back the series in 5 years. Like I said, this is clearly a cash cow series. I think that Blumhouse is going to focus on their Exorcist movies for like 5-6 years or so, and then yeah, we'll probably see another Halloween for sure. I wouldn't doubt it. 31 Hollows Death says, or Andy, I'll call you Andy. What's going on, Andy? I'd like to see Michael killing off everyone because I'd love to see an eerie and a dark way to end a trilogy. That's something that has never been done. It would leave the audience in shock. Great point. Absolutely great point. I love dark endings. They're just great to me. If you guys have ever read a Stephen King book opposed to his movies, they're just so much darker endings in the book. And I think that's where I really started to fall in love with dark endings, was reading Stephen King novels. But yeah, no, 100% agreed. I would love to, if they end up going the dark route, I'm totally down for it. It would polarize audiences, maybe even more than Halloween Kills, but go for it is what I say. If you want to kill everybody, I'm so down for it. That'd be so messed up. Barry says it's called Halloween Ends, so it makes sense if he dies, but I don't know. Just imagining Michael finally dying feels weird to me. It does, right? Like it's a weird thing. It's almost like, should we have this clean-cut happy ending? I feel like it should be like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre ending, where it's like maybe like Laurie Strode gets away, kills Michael, but she's not left untarnished. Like maybe she has gotten over this trauma and now she's traumatized again by whatever happens and ends. That it would be it's still a dark ending. It's bittersweet. It's not quite a happy ending. I don't want a full on happy ending from this either. I want it to be like kind of bittersweet more than anything. And I'm seeing all this love for Alligator. Listen, phenomenal movie. It's one of the best B movies I have ever seen in my life. Highly recommend checking it out if you're into some good creature features. Jason Dyer with another super chat. Thank you so much. Alligator was awesome. Hell yeah, it was. Swimming pool scene was awesome. Please see Mr. Frost and Cemetery Man. Slow walking zombies in this movie. Ooh, Stu lives. Heck yeah. Okay, so I'm Jason. I'm adding that to the Patreon list right now. I'm adding Mr. Frost and Cemetery Man to it. So just so my patrons know, I'm doing a review of Ghoulies and Ghoulies 2 as requested by Lanntonio. If you're still here, thank you. So that's will be the first 2 weeks of April will be Ghoulies, then Ghoulies 2, and then I'm doing 13 Ghosts as per requested by Lei TheNerd, another Patreon supporter. Massive shout out to her. Thank you to everybody who supports me on Patreon. And then I'm gonna do these two, Mr. Frost and Cemetery Man. I have never seen either of those. I'll be totally honest with you. So I'm looking for some good B movies at the moment. After watching Alligator, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm on this kick. I want to watch some more creature features and zombie movies. So absolutely, we'll be checking those out. Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm on the fence about how I feel about Michael dying, because I feel like if it's too good of an ending, if it's too positive of an ending, it might not be great. So I want it to be bittersweet more than anything. Jacob says, why do you think every Halloween movie strays away from showing Michael's face except for the original? Because they're definitely going to have a massive face reveal in this movie, and it's going to be disappointing because we all know exactly what James Jude Courtney's face looks like at this point. So I think that's going to be a big scene in this next movie, is we're going to unmask Michael at some point, and he's going to like go after Laurie Strode, probably like stab her or something, and then she's going to ultimately kill him, something along those lines. I don't know if it's going to happen exactly like that, because even if I was a betting man, I don't know what's going to happen in Halloween Ends. Because like the way Jamie Lee Curtis talks about it, the way John Carpenter talks about it, they don't seem like they like the ending all that much. So I'm not sure if it's going to be this happy ending that I'm kind of pitching right now. I really don't know. So I don't know what's going to happen in this movie. I'm very curious. Red reacts, what's going on? He going to kill everyone in town, just knocking on everyone's door. Knock, knock, you die. We were just talking about this earlier. I would love to see a dark ending, man. There's a part of me that's like, oh, to see Michael just murder everybody like that would be sick. I personally would be into that, but I know a lot of the fans might not. But I don't know. I'm all about it personally. Ghoulies is awesome. Hell yeah, it is. I haven't seen it. Honestly, I have not seen that in, well, I watched it once. I've never seen any of the sequels. I saw Ghoulies like, man, back in like late 2018, I want to say it was when I watched that. I remember it being very silly and fun, but I definitely need to do a rewatch on it. An unexpected but morbid ending would be Michael killing everybody but Laurie, and she ends up killing Michael but ends up alone due to her obsession over Michael. T. Parker Evans, that's the bittersweet ending I kind of want. And I'm not going to lie, with the way they're setting up Laurie, like from some of the set pictures we've seen, it kind of seems like she's going to have more of, not that, like she's going to be like better in this movie. She's going to maybe be going through counseling. She's going to be maybe with Hawkins. I don't know. I hope that maybe she starts off like better almost. And then when Michael comes back, that he kind of ruins it. I do kind of want this bittersweet ending, honestly. I think that's the best way to go with this franchise. I wouldn't want a clean cut happy ending after all this, everything that's happened. I gotta watch Alligator now. Where should I watch it? So Lanntonio, I bought the 4K of it. They just released it. I saw a bunch of news articles of people talking about it and how the scan was really good. So I was like, I got the my parents bought it for me as a wrap gift for the Kickstarter being successful. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. I was kind of talking about it and I'd never seen it. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. I watched it last night and it blew my mind. I was like, this is one of the coolest B movies I've ever seen. Highly recommend. It was really good. It was a lot of fun. Sammy Sin, what's going on? I wish they could at least show us the mask. Oh, you want to see what the mask looks like and ends? Yeah, I agree. I feel like the reason they haven't shown it is because it might reveal what Michael's been doing for the past 4 years, because that's obviously something we need to talk about as well when it comes to Halloween Ends. Where has Michael been for the past 4 years? We kind of left off on a bit of a cliffhanger in the last movie. So what's been going on? What's been going on for the last 4 years with Michael? How do we feel about that? I'm still on this thing about him living in the sewers, biting into rats. Maybe he's living out in the forest. I would be so down for that personally. I don't want him to be back in a mental institution and have him to break out again, because then that's just Halloween 2018 again. That's just the original Halloween again. We've seen that enough times in these movies. Let's do something different. Let's have him go out into the woods. Maybe he's living there. He's killing people in the land and eating them. He's killing dogs out in the forest or something. That seems like something he would do. James Courtney does have a creepy looking face, especially with the beard. Listen, I agree, and I mean that as a positive thing. When people have a creepy looking face, they have money to be made in the horror industry. So that's not a bad thing. I got a creepy looking face. And I feel like I would play a great monster in horror movies. That's how I feel about it. I agree. I don't want a happy ending to this trilogy. I feel like a bad or bittersweet ending would suit better with the tone of this timeline. I 100% agree. Burry. Couldn't agree more. I want a bittersweet or dark ending, I think. That's the best way to do it. Coop de Oof is in the chat. Hey, Jake, I can't be here long. Finally going to see the Batman today. Ooh, nice. Hey, enjoy it, man. It's a great film. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely great movie. Don Harrison, what's going on? Allison and the rest of the townspeople of Haddonfield burn Michael on a beam from the rubble of the Myers house that Laurie bulldozed earlier in the film. Oh man, are we talking about doing this like Stigmata style where it's like it's almost like he's a Christ figure or something? Because I'm just imagining like putting Michael Myers up on like a beam and like lighting him on fire. That's messed up. Kind of like that though. Gavin says, how would you feel about a sequel to Halloween 3? Man, that's tough because I love that movie personally. Season of the Witch is phenomenal. I don't really even count it as a Halloween film. It to me, it's like just a standalone John Carpenter kind of film. That's how it feels to me. Obviously, he didn't. He only he only wrote that film, correct? Yeah, I would love this. Or no, I think he was just a producer on that movie. My memory is a bit shaky with Halloween 3. I haven't watched that in a minute, but I really love that film. If they do end up doing a sequel for it for whatever reason, I'd be down. I think it's a great concept. It's a really fun movie. The masks that kill people, it's great. It's a great movie overall. I would be down for some more of that. I don't know if it'll ever happen though, because that movie was just like a big failure. Because it's called Halloween Season of the Witch. You're thinking, oh, I'm getting a Michael Myers movie. Michael Myers is not in the film. They advertise Halloween on the TV at like the bar in that one scene, but that's it. So I don't know. I would be totally down for some more Halloween 3 kind of stuff. I just don't know if they'll ever do it, which is unfortunate. Like, I know a lot of people would love to see a sequel, like a true sequel to like Curse of Michael Myers. I don't think they'll ever do that though either, which is unfortunate. Because there's like, as much as I don't love the Thorn trilogy, I'm kind of interested in seeing how they could continue that. I mean, they have to kill Michael off eventually. He's an elderly man, says Sammy Sin. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I think, why not have this one movie be the definitive ending for a Laurie Strode timeline? I mean, remember H2O did that, and then it was completely erased by Halloween Resurrection, and because that movie exists, we technically don't have a definitive ending here, like one way or the other. I mean, we kind of do, but like even Resurrection, the end of that alludes to Michael still being alive. So it's like, it's not really an ending. It's not a good one. It's not a bad one. There's technically more story to tell. I would rather have one movie where it's like an ending, just an actual ending. I want to see that. Why? We've never seen it before. That's my argument there. How will the film explain how Michael escapes his home with all the people around the home at the end of Kills? Asks Apollo. I'm assuming we'll probably start off the movie or have a flashback scene at some point to Halloween Night 2018, explaining that. I'm like, how I feel about it is probably the guy's just gonna like walk. The cops are gonna go into the building. I mean, the Myers house or whatever, and like go upstairs. Michael is gone, and he's just somehow escaped through the back door or something, runs into the woods, and that could be it. I don't think they're gonna spend too much time trying to explain that. Like I said, I hope they don't, because I don't want this movie to be a big explanation of what Michael is, why Michael kills, how Michael gets away all the time. I don't want them to do that. And I feel like if they explain that too much, like especially in that scene, they're going to be setting it up for the entire movie being this whole explain fest of what Michael is and how that he keeps getting away with stuff in every movie. I don't know. That's just my opinion personally. Season of the Witch is terrible. Never call it Halloween. I mean, if you watch that film from the perspective of it not being a Halloween movie, if you take it as like, okay, this is another John Carpenter kind of film, like in that same vein, it's a good movie. I think it's fun. It's silly. What if they flip the roles of Michael and Laurie, where Laurie has to escape from a mental institution and go after Michael, who's now in Haddonfield? Okay, Jacob. Oh, you got my attention with that one. That's actually pretty interesting. I don't hate that. I really don't hate that. I haven't even thought about that. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. I don't know if that's going to be the case though, because we've been seeing a lot of pictures of like every time we see Laurie, she's at like the bar with Andy Matichak. In that one picture, she was also like outside when they were filming something outside, and she appears to be in like some really nice like clothing. I love that idea. I just don't think Halloween Ends is going to be that. Love that idea, actually. The more I think about it, the more I like it. The role reversal, really interesting. Andy says the poster for Ends should be blue, in my opinion. I think it would fit the two other ones. That would be cool. I would like to see some experimental artwork. I've seen a few of the posters for it. I don't know. I don't know which ones are official. The fan ones are done so well. I don't even know which ones are the official posters or not. There's so many good ones. The fan made ones and the actual ones. Excuse me. Jason Dyer, thank you for the super chat, man. I just appreciate it so much. I would love to see a Halloween 3 sequel. I want to see Myers kill everyone at the end. You see how he destroyed the town. They zoom in on the Michael Myers mask with heavy breathing. Will Red Right Hand have an alligator in it now? I love all of that. I love that entire comment. I do like that. I would like to see, like I said, if they end up taking this thing to be like a dark ending, I'm down for it. I'm down for that. And yeah, Halloween 3 sequel would be fun. I do think I do. Here's my thing about a Halloween 3 sequel though. Like logistically, if like there was this massive interest in Halloween 3 again, they decide to make a sequel. Doesn't that kind of ruin a lot of the potential at the end of 3 with that like massive cliffhanger and we never get to see what happens next? We'd have to answer that with a sequel to that film. And there's some movies where it's like, I like the ambiguity. I like that we don't know what happens next. It leaves it up for interpretation. We can all pitch the idea of like, oh, here's what I have my theory on what happened. I have this theory. I have that theory. There's a part of that. I think that's what's so fun about the movie for me personally. That's what's a lot of fun about that film. The ending is so well done. I don't know if I'd want to see a continuation. Although if it's done well, I'm down for it. And if I could have an alligator in Red Right Hand, I would. After watching Alligator and X, I want that so bad. I wish we could get an alligator wrangler for sure. I would, if we had the budget, I would make it happen. The next project we do, I'll get an alligator. I'm going to make it happen. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we're going to make it happen. Justin Proper. I don't know if I said hi to you or not yet, but hello. What's the worst way Michael could go out? This is actually, this is a question for everybody. If they do end up killing Michael, what would you not want to see? And I think my thing is I want it to be like a cataclysmic ending for Michael. I don't want it to just be some like a stab to the chest. I want this to be like an explosive finish. And that sounded really gross. I'm well aware, but I'm totally down for it. I think if they're gonna kill Michael, throw him off a radio tower, burn him alive, something crazy, man. Something insane. That's what I want to see. As long as it's something crazy and like just outright bonkers, hell yeah. That's what I say. Craig, what's going on, Craig? Can't wait to see the movie. Heck yeah, dude. I'm counting down the days and months until we get to see this thing. Absolutely pumped. Ooh. I wonder if the reason Michael stared out the window was because of the radio tower. Maybe the tower had something to do with Karen going upstairs in the Judith's room window where she met her fate. So I've heard a lot of radio tower theories, and they're all really interesting. Ooh, Red Wolf 75, great suggestion for a wood chipper kill. That'd be great. I've heard a lot of people talk about the radio tower thing, and I don't know if it's going to go into like supernatural territory where it's like controlling people's minds with the masks or anything. Like they're going to incorporate the Halloween 3 stuff into this new timeline. I don't know, man. Especially because when David Gordon Green was talking about like writing the script, he kind of talks about like, oh yeah, like it's going to be a little more like Christine than we're thinking. And I feel like the reason he says that is because it's going to be like this relationship between Michael and maybe Dr. Mathis's character, and how that relationship becomes toxic through a long period of time. And that's very similar to stuff that goes on in the movie Christine. I could see that being the case. There's going to be a lot of references to other John Carpenter flicks as well. So expect a story similar to not just Christine, but maybe other John Carpenter flicks. The Thing, maybe even. Maybe there's like a paranoia scene where it's like we're trying to figure out where Michael is, who could be Michael. Maybe there's a bunch of people dressed up as Michael Myers because 4 years ago he terrorized the town and is now kind of like popular again in Haddonfield. Maybe some kids are all dressed up as Michael Myers. Think Ben Tramer in 2, who kind of looks vaguely like Michael Myers but isn't, which is interesting. I thought we had a really good Apollo says heart attack. Yeah, that would be so disappointing. That would be really disappointing. Heart attack kill. Red Wolf 75, coming back to the wood chipper thing, man. We haven't had a good wood chipper kill in a while in any horror movie. Like I've been keeping up with a lot of the new ones. I have not seen a good wood chipper kill in a while. What was the last wood chipper kill I saw? I mean, like besides like Deadpool 2, God, trying to think. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, doesn't that have a wood chipper kill? I want to say it does. Yeah, sure. Maybe it does. Just Another Horror fan says it's all a dream. Laurie wakes up in Haddonfield Memorial Hospital with Jimmy by her side, and we are in the middle of Halloween 2. Oh, God. Anytime, listen, if you're, here's my advice for screenwriters out there. If you're thinking, I don't know how to end this, it's all just going to be a dream. Just don't do that. Do anything else. Write anything else in. No one's going to be happy with the dream. No one's going to be happy with that, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe someone is, but yeah. Lindsay Wallace kills Laurie. What? Now that'd be whack in the sack, I think. Whack in the sack. Jackson Lane, what's going on, man? If Michael Myers doesn't die, then Haddonfield is screwed. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my God. I can't even imagine, man. That would suck. There's a part of me that's like, I kind of want him to see him. I just want a definitive ending. That doesn't necessarily mean Michael has to die. I just want some kind of ending to the story here. So in that case, I feel like either Laurie or Michael has to die. One of them for sure has to die in this film with no kind of like lead-ins to, oh, maybe they're still alive. You know, we've done that in every movie. Let's do something else. That's what I say. Tactical Terminator, what's going on? I do not think Michael Myers is going to die. What may happen, just for shock value, that he may have been or appear to be dead in the final confrontation, then comes back. My thing, Terminator, though, is like, we've seen that in like just about every Halloween movie, almost every single one. And I know someone will bring this up about Halloween. Jordan Talks Films. We're going to talk about that in a second. I know someone's going to bring this up about how Halloween 2 is technically a definitive death for Michael, but like, they also planned on doing Halloween 3. Like that, Rob Zombie's Halloween 3, he had like he was working on a script and everything, and it just didn't happen. It fell through because I think the second one didn't do as well or something. I don't know the full story, but I really think that it would be cool to have a definitive ending where there was no plans for any more sequels. And I feel like killing Michael is maybe the way to do it. I don't think it should necessarily be an ending that's like super happy and positive, because that would suck. Let's be honest. But I got to respond to this. Jordan Talks Films. First of all, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? No, so listen, my Halloween ranking, that was one of the first videos I ever made. I was not a very, very seasoned horror movie watcher at that point. And no, Halloween 2018 is not still my number one. No, that was insane. I was trying to be edgy and cool in that video, and no. The Halloween 78 is probably still always going to be my favorite. I just love that film so much. But I will also say that, though, in that ranking, I think I listed Halloween 4 pretty dang low. That goes way up for me now. I have a whole new respect for Halloween 4 after watching it a few more times. That's a solid film. Halloween 4, really good and probably the most underrated from the entire franchise, in my opinion. Breaking news, KillJoy Jake is making an alligator fan film. Alligator Funko Pop coming soon. Wait, for real? Wait, okay, are you messing with me? Or are you for real? Because like, I will buy that alligator Funko Pop as soon as possible, and I will show it off like a dang nerd. I listen. If I wasn't making Red Right Hand right now, I would be doing something with alligators. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'm just in love with alligators right now. I love them. Jake, if Michael transcends the more he kills, why did he stop in the front yard in the flashback and allow himself to get captured for 40 years? He transcended enough. He was like, I'm going to chill. He's like, I've been working for a few years now. I'm gonna chill out, and then he just kind of ended up chilling out for 40 years, like, all the majority of his life. Keith, you're calling it now, man. Lindsay Wallace is a villain in Ends. That's an interesting turn. That is an interesting turn. I'd like to see it happen. Jordan Talks Films. How do I rank them now? So I'm not gonna lie, I'm waiting until Halloween Ends comes out to do another ranking video. I already have it in the works though. It's much different than my old ranking video. Don't watch that. don't watch that video. It's rough. That, like I said, I was trying to be edgy and cool, and I don't know. I have a much different ranking nowadays, I would say, for sure. Evan the movie guy. What's going on, Evan? Yeah, I watched your old ranking. I shut it off after Halloween 4. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. That look, my early stuff, not so great. It's fine. It's whatever. Now I feel like my videos are much better nowadays. So my 2019 stuff, whatever. I can admit that. I made some crappy videos back in the day. But you know what? Constantly improving. That's what life is. Life is constantly improving upon your past self. So I see that as progress and as a positive thing mostly. Gator Joy Jake. I'm changing my channel name right now, Steven. I'm changing it. Well, welcome to the chat, by the way, Steven. Welcome everybody who's here. Welcome to every single human being here. Thank you for coming. Here's an ending that would justify and satisfy everyone in this universe. Oh, okay. Red Wolf. I was like, you had me hanging there, man. I'm like, where are we going? Here it is. Michael is chained and being pulled into a wood chipper at the last moment. Somehow he acquires Lori and they embrace falling into a wood chipper. Oh my God. Woo! That would be so upsetting. Like, that would be so upsetting, and I kind of love it. Like, I would absolutely be down for something along those lines where it's like, you think Michael's gonna die, but then Lori gets wrapped into it last second somehow. And it's just like, what did I just watch? That's the kind of ending I'm expecting. I'm not expecting something where it's clean cut and it's just like Michael gets stabbed to death. Come on. Give us something crazier here is what I say. Jackson Lane says, is it wrong to say that I actually like Halloween Kills? It's not great, but I was entertained watching the film. Jackson, here's what I say, man. If you like a film, like it. Like it and be proud that you like it. If you don't like a film, okay, whatever. You know what? I don't like talking about movies I don't like because there's someone out there that likes that film. I really enjoyed Halloween Kills. It was a fun time. I think, yeah, the plot is a bit all over the place. But you know what? There's some awesome kills in there, dude. There's some great, awesome practical effects to be displayed in that film. Michael Myers is the most brutal he's ever been. One of the coolest masks of any of the movies ever. And honestly, one of the best opening scenes of any Halloween movie is Halloween Kills. There's a lot of impressive things about that film. I really did enjoy it. I think that, yeah, the Evil Dies Tonight stuff is a bit cringy, but like, it's fun. I really enjoy it. I don't know. Jordan Talks Film says, I almost said Resident Evil. Wow. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, I still hate. Is it much lower now? Here's what I'll say. Rob Zombie's first Halloween is much higher now, I would say. I don't know about Halloween 2. Halloween 2's got some whack stuff going on. It's very similar to Halloween Kills. It's very experimental, and I appreciate that aspect of it, but not everything lands for me. The dream sequence stuff, totally unnecessary. I think not a fan. I don't know. I probably, that one's probably one of my least favorite Halloween movies, but I respect it for being experimental. Just like how I respect Halloween Kills for doing the same thing. Heard about X coming out on Blu-ray on May 24th. Yes. Yeah. I think I just retweeted an article on Twitter about that. The day that I'm pre-ordering it ASAP. That is a must-have movie. If you guys have not seen X yet, I think it's still in the theaters. I want to say, go see X. Do yourself a favor. If you like the Halloween movies, absolutely go back and watch. Go watch X in the theaters now, because it's just a great slasher flick. It's not too heavy of a film. It's just a lot of fun and totally insane going through the whole thing. A lot of fun. Justin Proper says, no, I hate alligators and crocodiles. At least sharks are confined to the ocean. These mofos can follow you anywhere. That's why they're scary, man. It's awesome. Oh, Alligator was so good. X was so good. Oh, good stuff, man. What? Jordan says, still great quality-wise about Halloween Kills. Yeah, I agree. Keith, I thought you didn't like Halloween Kills. He says, Halloween Kills is great. Michael at his finest. I'm glad you liked it. I thought we had talked about that before and you didn't like it. But cool, good stuff, man. Hey, you really ranked Halloween 2018 as your favorite. Listen, I was trying to be edgy. I was trying to be edgy and cool and say, yeah, the new one's my favorite. I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing, man. That was like my 5th, 6th video or something when I did that. So I don't know, man. I don't know what I was doing. No film can beat the original. By the way, hi guys and Jake. What's up, Florin? How's it going, man? Yeah, I pretty much agree. Now that I've watched 78 a few more, like I've watched it like 8, 9, 10 times. It's a masterpiece. I mean, it's just a really well done film, and the sequels are great. A lot of them are a lot of fun, and some of them do stand up to the original. But that original film's the best. It's tough to beat that one. It's tough to form an argument that would say that there was anyone that was better than that one. So, are you hoping that Michael will stay brutal and being very creative with his kills and ends? Says 31 Hollow's Death. Yes, absolutely. I feel like we can't. At this point, Halloween Kills has set the bar so high, and considering that this is the same team of people doing this one, we need the brutality of kills in this film. We need the brutality and bonkers element that Kills brought, but with a more story-based approach to the movie. I think that's the best kind of ends movie we could get, I think, because Halloween Kills is very interesting. It's very experimental, does a lot of really fun things, but doesn't know how to put all those things together. It tries a lot of things out, and I think that's why a lot of people didn't like it, because it's put together weird, and that's understandable for a movie that is so experimental. Although I still really enjoyed it, but I think to improve upon that and ends, form a story first that's more like cohesive and works better, but still has that brutal experimental element to it. Jake Davis, what's going on, man? How's it going? I like your name. Says, what if Laurie dies earlier on in the movie and it makes Allison the sole survivor for the rest of the movie, teaming up with Lindsay and hunting down Michael? Do you think that's possible? I'm going to say that's possible. I'm going to say I wouldn't knock that, honestly. I wouldn't knock that at all. I don't know if that's the route they're going to take, but I could see that approach happening with this movie, especially because I feel like Allison is going to be much more of the focus this time around. So I wouldn't, not against that, honestly. But if Laurie dies, don't do it like how, don't make her the opening kill. That would be so disappointing. If she dies at the beginning of the third act, okay, different story. Like, they could do that correctly, but don't make her the opening kill. That would be so disappointing. That's just doing Resurrection all over again, I think. Amir says, if the film director of X wanted to cast you in the prequel for the film for Pearl, will you join the team? I would do it for free. I love Ty West so much. Listen, before going into X, I saw the preview for X. I was really impressed. I was like, this looks like it could be something really original. Before I even saw it, I was like, this could be something special if it's done well. I went back and watched all of Ty West's like older, more popular movies. Holy shit, was I impressed. Ty West has made some damn good slow burns in the past. There's slower movies, like X is a bit slow. I know some people had that criticism. But man, House of the Devil and The Sacrament really impressed me. The Innkeepers wasn't bad. It's much more of a character-driven movie, but I really did enjoy a lot of his older films. He has some really good stuff in there in his catalog. What was the one movie that his like very first movie someone suggested to me? Larry Fessenden is a producer on it. It's very low budget, and that doesn't mean it's bad. Low budget does not mean bad. I hate when people say low budget means bad, because it doesn't. There's a lot of great low budget movies. Evil Dead is a low budget movie, and it's one of the best horror films ever made. It's very low budget, and it's not very inspired. It's his slowest movie out of everything, and I just didn't care for it. I can't remember the name of his like very first movie. It's like from 2004, 2005, but I don't know. I didn't love it. But House of the Devil, and The Sacrament and X are phenomenal. X is his best film. I think if you saw X already, that's definitely his best movie in my opinion, but definitely go back and watch House of the Devil. If you're looking for a 70s feel kind of movie, go watch House of the Devil. That would be the one I would recommend after X. Although The Sacrament was also very good. I like the extended cut of Kills. I like Kills because of James Jude Courtney and Christopher Nelson and his team. Story-wise, it was bad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not watching Halloween Kills for the story, though. I mean, it's a movie that was advertised as being like the most brutal version of Michael. So I understand why they did what they did. What's going on, Daniel Julka? Hey, KillJoy Jake, I love your vids so much. You are my favorite YouTuber. Really? I appreciate that so much, Daniel. Wow, thank you. I try. You know, I try. That means a lot. There are many better YouTubers out there, but regardless, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, man. I'll never say about any franchise that nothing will ever beat the original. Personally, I think there is always a chance, although I don't see one beating right now. I agree. I feel like if you're making a sequel in a franchise, you should be going to your goal should ultimately be to beat the original. And I'm sure David Gordon Green has had that in mind. I think a lot of stuff about these new ones are very interesting and very fun. I don't think they top the original, though. I said that in my ranking video. I got to do another one, like I said. But yeah, I think you should have that in mind if you're making a sequel in any franchise, any horror franchise. Matthew K, what's going on, man? I cannot figure out the Myers powers. He ages, but can heal from gunshots, knives to the guts, and a pitchfork in the back. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, listen, it's at the end of the day, it's a horror movie. And, you know, if we over-explain things, it's probably going to contradict something that would happen in, like, the 2018 film, whatever. I say just leave it vague. Leave it vague, that whatever his power is. And then that it ultimately is going to make more sense by doing less work, which is, like, a weird thing to think about, but I think that's just the more scary, mysterious approach. That would be better. Any hopes for the Ends soundtrack? What kind of vibe do you want it to be? I'll say this, if the soundtrack is very dark and eerie, I think we know what kind of ending we're about to get. So who does John Carpenter, obviously. I was just going to say, who does the music for those movies? John Carpenter and Son. Yeah, I do want the sound, like, I will say this. I think the Halloween 2018 soundtrack was way better than the Halloween Kills. Or, I mean, the Halloween 2018 soundtrack, much better than the Halloween Kills one. There's this like thing they do with the guitar in Halloween 2018 that's like the when you see Michael in that one scene. Oh, fucking awesome. I love that. That Halloween 2018 really did impress me the first time I saw it. Not as much as Halloween Kills, and I think that's why I still like 18 better, but I hope Ends does have I kind of hope Ends has a dark sounding soundtrack that's a little more bitter, because like I said, I don't want the ending to be necessarily all positive. I don't want it to be a super positive ending. Is the FNAF movie, is it going to be rated PG-13? Is all hope lost, says Jake Davis. So I just posted a video yesterday. Not too many people watched it, but that's fine. You know, that's okay. Go check out my Five Nights at Freddy's video, though. I covered literally every single update that has happened since 2014 in that one video. So if you know nothing about the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, check out that video. There you go. I'm guessing it'll be PG-13, like probably, because it's a movie aimed towards a much younger audience. Like I don't think any 60-year-old men are going to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. So it'll probably be PG-13. It'll still be messed up though, I think, if it comes out next year. Hopefully. Like I said, I detail in that video about how Jason Blum has just been so back and forth on it, and they probably want it to be a certain way, and it hasn't gotten to that point with all the scripts that have been made. I think it'll happen eventually. I don't know if it's going to be next year. Like I said, Jason Blum even detailed in that recent interview saying that he wants to focus on The Exorcist and how that's going to be the big movie next year. I'm honestly not thrilled about that. I'm not super thrilled about that either, because I love the Insidious franchise, and they've been working on Insidious 5 since like late 2020. Nothing, no word, barely anything about it. They haven't even started production really. And apparently there's a script. That's really all we know. It's frustrating. Gavin says, what's your opinion on the Terminator films? I love 1. 2 is like the best sequel ever made, and the rest of them you don't need to watch. I really don't care for the rest of them. I think Terminator Salvation could have been another great Terminator film, but it wasn't. It just wasn't. The concept of that movie though, like if I was to approach a Terminator film and make it, that's exactly how I would make it. But the story sucks in Terminator Salvation. I love the idea of doing it in the future though, after the apocalypse has happened. But man, the execution on that movie sucks. I love the aesthetic of it though. The look of it is awesome. Oh God, some of the scenes in that movie are great too, but the way it's put together is so haphazard. I don't know. Florence says, pro question, who did the music on Halloween H2O? A familiar guy. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Listen, it's probably someone like, oh yeah, everyone knows that guy. Is it John Carpenter? I don't know. It's probably not John Carpenter. I'm looking it up though. Halloween H2O, baby. Let's go. Who did the music? The Halloween H2O. Marco Beltrami. That makes a lot of sense. It's basically the Scream version of Halloween. They even the kids are even watching Scream 2 in that movie, so it makes sense. Jason Dyer, thank you for the super chat, man. What have we learned about Jake today? He loves alligators, and Halloween 2018 is his favorite in the franchise. That is what I wanted everyone to take away from today's live stream. Yes, is that Halloween 2018 is my favorite Halloween film. No, it is not. But I like it. Halloween 2018 is great. It's definitely in my top 5, but not my favorite. But I do love alligators. Possibly my favorite animal. The clone's genetics are altered and make him age slower than everyone, and he can survive almost anything. And there is your Halloween reboot. Is that he's a clone? That's crazy. That's wild. I would love for them if they do end up remaking Halloween in like 5 years, because like let's get real. People are already starting to get sick of the requels. So I really think that's gonna start to die out in the next couple years. So what do we do next when we stop remaking? When we stop trying to continue movies, what happens next? Go back through any time in horror. We start remaking them again. So we're probably going to get remakes again. We're probably going to see much different and experimental versions of the franchises you're familiar with, which I know maybe some people aren't into, but personally, I'm down for it. Like, why, if you're going to make another movie in a franchise, do it differently. Don't do a remake that's exactly the same as something from the past, because people will definitely hate that. That's for sure. So Daniel says, do you think the movie Freaky needs a sequel? I can't remember if it was the screenwriter of Freaky or if it was Chris Landon, the director, but someone was talking about doing a crossover between Freaky and Happy Death Day. I would love to see that movie. I like Freaky Death Day, I think they pitched the title as. Would love to see that movie. Absolutely. What is the name of the screenwriter from Freaky? His name's like Michael something. I believe he has a new movie coming out on Netflix later this year. Or is that Christopher Landon? Maybe Christopher Landon. Someone from the Freaky team has a new movie coming out this year that sounds really interesting. Very excited for that. Something about like a ghost or something. Red Reacts says Patrick Wilson. Yes. Much yes for Patrick Wilson is what I say. All the yeses for Mr. Wilson. Cannot wait to see what he does with the Insidious franchise in his directorial debut. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I need some more Patrick Wilson in my life. Andrew says, I agree. The second one is my favorite. Oh, for the Terminator movies? Yes, absolutely. One of the best sequels ever made. Holy crap. That's just so good. In the behind the scenes of Lori outside with a shopping bag in the parking lot. Is she living a normal life? Isn't she horrified that Michael is still out there? It's interesting how little we know. Isn't it fun though? Isn't that great? I love this. I love the fact that we don't know too. I love theorizing about upcoming movies that we're excited about. That's always great to me. It's always fun. So I'm excited to see. I do think that she's going to be living a normal life, and she's like now reconnected with Allison. Maybe they're living together at this point, and it's almost like this is the beginning of ends is going to be maybe the happy ending that she's been wanting for so long, and Michael comes back and ruins that. H2O is a Scream movie, says Keith. Yeah, pretty much. It's a Scream movie with Michael Myers. I think it's fun though. I really enjoy H2O. That's definitely in my top 5 too for the Halloween movies, I think. Does that mean you don't like the movie Lake Placid? Asks Steven. Listen, everyone remembers Lake Placid as being this awesome alligator is it alligator or crocodiles? I can't remember. Like everyone remembers that movie as being so wonderful, so fun. It's not that good. It's really not that good. I don't know. I didn't love Lake Placid. Betty White, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, steals the show. But do I like that movie? Not really. I think Alligator, if you guys haven't seen that from 1980, superior in every way, shape, or form. Highly recommend. Go watch that movie. Holy crap. Watched it for the first time last night. So good. My patrons will see a little review of it later today. So make sure to check that out. What's going on? Flash Skywalker, what's up? If it's one thing about Jake, he loves Alligators, Halloween Resurrection, Phantasm 2, and Texas Chainsaw 3D. I actually love Phantasm 2. I do not love Texas Chainsaw 3D and Resurrection, though. Does everyone consider Phantasm 2 bad? That's my question. I love Phantasm 2. The first like 3 Phantasm movies are phenomenal. Oh, I love all of them. I think they're all fun. What is the scariest movie you've ever seen? I'm 18 and find it hard to be genuinely scared. By which one has had you genuinely scared? So in my adult life, I will say Hereditary probably scared me the absolute most. Saint Maud being the most recent movie that like actually terrified me, gave me nightmares and all that. The ending of Saint Maud was horrifying. That was one that was like, wow, I can't sleep. That was terrifying. Trying to think what else like actually really scared me. There's like scenes in movies that really scare me, but like a movie overall genuinely terrifying me from the concept, the performances, whatever. It takes a lot to scare me now. I've seen a lot of horror movies, but those two were the ones that most recently scared the hell out of me. Oh, I also watched this. I watched this found footage flick that was pretty good the other night. That there's one jump scare that like just got me bad. Like I jumped so bad I hit my head against the wall. It's called like I don't know how to pronounce this word, but like Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. It's like Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. It's on Tubi for free. You can watch it right now with ads, which sucks, but like, hey, it's free. Highly recommend if you're into like good found footage movies. It's basically just a remake of Grave Encounters, but it's good. But it's really good. And it's why? Because the character development is done very well for a found footage film. Highly recommend. Did I see Terminator Dark Fate? Yeah. Terminator Dark Fate is just a massive miss for me. I don't know. The opening scene, from the opening scene on, I knew I wasn't going to like it. Any opening scene where you kill a beloved character for no reason, I'm not going to like the movie. That's how I feel about it. I'm not going to spoil Terminator Dark Fate if you haven't seen it, but I can't get behind that movie. I really cannot. I think there's some really cool stuff they introduce in that movie that's interesting, but I can't get over that opening. That opening sucks in every way. I did not like, no, not a fan. You can't do that to me. You can't kill off a character like that. That's crazy. Ghost Mystery says, yeah, I can't wait to see Insidious 5. Patrick Wilson will do perfect. I really hope so, man. The concept of Insidious 5 sounds awesome. It's the movie I've been wanting to see in that franchise for a long time. Not to discredit Insidious 3 or 4. Love both those movies as well. But oh, yeah. Prehistoric Crocodile, used to love it. So I want to say this for anyone in the chat right now. I know we're not talking about Halloween. I like to talk about everything, though. This is a horror channel, you know? So we talk about Halloween. We talk about crocodiles. We talk about Halloween H2O. We'll talk about anything on these live streams. So I hope you're into that. I hope you're vibing with that. Do you think we will get more Conjuring movies at all? Asks Jacob Browning. Probably not. I'm going to say no. 31 Hallows Death, Andy. Thank you for joining the stream, man. And thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it, man. Subscribing helps this page grow. That's how we do it here. So I appreciate it. I genuinely don't think we're going to get, another Conjuring movie. That last one was pretty meh. It wasn't bad. It did some new things, which was cool, but it was nothing that like really kept me going. It was nothing that was really like, okay, this is really crazy. This is really interesting. I don't know. I'm going to guess we probably don't get another one, but if we do, that would be cool. I'm down for Conjuring 4. If they do end up doing that, I'll always see them. You know, I feel like the last like 2-3 Conjuring movies kind of really dipped in quality, but like, I'll still see them. They're fun. Red React says Terrifier has a part 2. It's coming out apparently in October. I hope so. I hope it comes out. I'm very excited for it. Jordan says, I haven't seen any Terminator movies. Ooh, Jordan, you got to watch the first 2 at least. That's how I feel. They're classics. The first 2 are classics. A lot of good stuff. Yeah, Justin. Yeah, I agree, man. I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen the Terminator movies. But yeah, I 100% agree about the Terminator flicks. Did you think X deserved a franchise that Ty West pitched? I loved X. It was pretty original. Yeah, Daniel. So they actually have the prequel movie either coming out later this year or early next year. A24's schedule is pretty booked up though. They already have like a bunch of movies coming out this year, so I'm predicting it comes out early next year. It's called Pearl. If you stayed until after the credits for X, they played the trailer for it. Like, it's already in the can. It's in post-production right now, which is insane. They filmed it at the same time, at the same location. And it's about like 50 years earlier or whatever. And it's Pearl. It focuses on Pearl's young life, and it's a backstory on her character. I'm super excited to see that. Cannot wait to see that movie. I think it's going to be sick. Yeah. Nikki, yeah, Dark Fate is pretty bad. 30 seconds in, it sucks. Yeah. I went into that movie so excited too, because Tim Miller's the director of it. And I love him. He's great. He does the original Deadpool, which is like one of my favorite movies. It's so well done. And I go into Terminator Dark Fate, and after the first scene, I'm like, this sucks. Like, this immediately is just, what? Dude. Corey, what's going on, Corey? How's it going, man? Sending tons of good vibes from Winnipeg. Heck yeah, man. Much love. Much love to Winnipeg. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Sorry about the coughing. Hey, Kill, what's going on? Damn it, Bobby. Ever seen Grave Encounters? It's a found footage movie. It's pretty effing scary. Yes, absolutely love it. It's definitely a top 10 found footage flick for me. I was just talking about this movie called Gonjim Haunted Asylum. It's basically the same concept. It's also a lot of fun. I like Grave Encounters just a little more, but that movie's also a lot of fun too. If you want movies similar to that, it's like the same concept. It's like a paranormal investigating team. They go into like a haunted mansion or whatever, and yeah. What I like about Grave Encounters though is the overall concept. The whole like they can't leave. Like when they try to go through a certain door and it just takes them to another hallway. Like, that is so scary to me. I absolutely love that. That's such a great reveal halfway through. I'm sorry if I spoiled that, by the way, for people who haven't seen it. Trust me, there's much more to that movie than you might think. So, what's up, Kane? How's it going? Have you seen the slasher films Cutting Class and Slaughter High? I feel like I've definitely seen Slaughter High. Is Slaughter High the one where I think Slaughter High, or is that like Graduated or something like that? There's a movie about like a killer who's wearing like the like what you wear when you graduate, like with the hat. I can't remember what that's called, and he's like killing people. He wears like a blue mask. That one's a lot of fun. I don't know if that's that movie or not, but that movie, whatever that movie is pretty dang good. Gavin says, "Do you think somehow we will see Dewey in Scream again, like in a flashback?" Possibly. Like, it could happen. I think they're kind of done with Dewey, unfortunately, but maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I didn't like that about Dark Fate, but the enemy was the coolest out of all the other films. Ooh, I don't know about all the films, but the guy was good. I think the guy playing the Terminator was good in that flick, though. I will say that. Do you think we will get a new Friday the 13th? If so, how do you want it to be done? What approach would you want to see? So this is pretty crazy because, like, I think that a lot of flicks, like in most horror franchises, I want to see something different. But with the Friday franchise, what has always worked for me is when they have the same approach to every movie, but just a little tiny thing is slightly altered. Like, I love 7. Part 7 is so much fun, and the only thing that's really different is the fact that you have a character who has like superpowers and mind powers and like is actually a good opponent against Jason. I really like that flick though. It's fun. It has a very silly and dumb ending, but it's a good time. It's a good film. I just want another simple slasher film from Friday the 13th. I don't want to see an elevated version of that. I just don't think that would work there. In some franchises it does, but not Friday the 13th. Not Nightmare on Elm Street. And we kind of dove into that a little bit with Halloween Kills. But I feel like it worked there. I don't know if it would work moving forward with the franchise, though. Are you excited for the movie Bullet Train with Brad Pitt? I have not heard of that at all. I'm going to be totally honest. What else do we got? Craven Something Scary is in the chat. What's going on, man? How's it going? If you are in the chat right now and I have not said hi to you, that is a problem. Make yourself known, and then I will say hello. Darth, what's going on, Darth? What is your next live stream, Jake? So I'm working on getting the schedule for that. Working on it. I'm thinking I want to go live like maybe Mondays and Fridays after the Lethal Collective streams. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now, but I'm testing out different days, which is why I'm going live today. So I'm doing pretty dang good today though. So we'll see. We'll see. My name is Steven also, says Ghost Mysteries, but it is not spelled. Oh, it's spelled with a PH. Then why'd you write it as Steven with a V? Is it Stefan? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure there. Sammy says, how old are you, by the way? I am 23, going on 24. I feel so old. Like, I'm only in my 20s and I feel so old. I feel like I have like my back hurts at the end of the day. It's like, what the hell, man? Why am I so old? It sucks. I hate it. Part 7 is basically Jason versus Carrie, almost. Yeah, pretty much, Kane. But it's fun. I think it's great. Have you seen He Knows You're Alone? I think that's what it's called. It's featured Tom Hanks. Ooh, nice. It's in his first film. The producers liked them so much, they decided not to kill them off. I have not seen that, but Tom Hanks in a like a slasher flick, I'm assuming. That sounds really interesting. Completely off topic, but are you excited for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game from Gun Media? Yes, I am, dude. I've been seeing all the updates on that. I want to buy that as soon as it comes out. That looks like a lot of fun. Also, The Quarry is another game I'm very excited for that I don't know when. I think that comes out like in the summer sometime, like June, I want to say. Very excited for that. Very, very, very pumped for that. And the Evil Dead game comes out in May, man. I gotta do some kind of video on those. And Evil Dead Rise. I almost just pulled my headset off. I gotta do an update video on Evil Dead Rise at some point. You know what? It's gonna happen this week. It's gonna happen this week, everybody. I'm talking about Evil Dead Rise. And on this live stream, I'm gonna try to stay on topic and talk about Halloween Ends. But I just love talking about everything. 23, so young, says Craven. I know I shouldn't be complaining about being old. I really shouldn't. Corey's like, bruh, I turned 30 in December. Yeah, I'll shut up. I'll just shut up about being old. I feel old. I feel older than I am. Sammy says old is when you turn 40. Yeah, pretty much. That's funny. Well, what's going on, Austin? How's it going? Austin, what's going on? What's up? Saying hello to everybody. I like it. Old Wrinkly Grannies 6969. That's the best screen name ever. Do you think Lauren Lauren Lavera will be the next big final girl with Terrifier 2. Yes. Oh, absolutely. So Damien Leone's whole concept for Terrifier 2 is something he's had in the back of his head for a while after doing some more research on it. And I just feel like this movie's going to be his best ever. It's going to be one of those epic horror films that is just something special, I think. I loved Terrifier. Terrifier is this amazing show of practical effects and how good Damien Leone can do that with a slasher killer who is one of the creepiest and scariest of our generation. But it could use a better story. And I mean that in the most constructive the most constructive way I possibly can, because I absolutely love the Terrifier people. They are just the nicest human beings ever. They've reached out to me and said like they love my videos and stuff. And I'm just like, I'm just some idiot talking about horror films on the internet. Like, what? Why? You guys are watching my videos? I watch your damn videos. Your movies are amazing. Everything they put out is so great. I love all the stuff from them. Fuzz on the Lens Media, they put out some good stuff as well. I really do think that Sienna Shaw is going to be one of like the big up there with all the other final girls, like the Laurie Strodes, the Sidney Prescotts. 100% could see an entire franchise of Terrifier films where it's those two going back and forth. That would be awesome. Hell yeah. I went on Rotten Tomatoes today and it said Halloween Ends is PG-13. That'll change, I promise. Darth has got to bounce. Thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. 30 is still young, says Sammy. I'm horrified of becoming 30. I really am. That's when I'm going to have my midlife crisis and and start breaking down and crying. But you know, it's all good. Everything's fine. Everything's all good. I want to live to be like 100. That's the other thing. I want to live long enough to like have enough knowledge to sit atop a hill and people will come and visit me asking for knowledge. That's where I ultimately want to end up in life. All right, but anyways. Oh, Flash has got to get going. Thanks for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it, Flash. Thank you. But to get on topic once again, how do we feel about Halloween? Like, how do we feel about these new characters, by the way, that have been announced for Halloween Ends? So we have Dr. Mathis, who a lot of people are speculating is going to be another crazy doctor. I look like I'm 17. Thank you. I wish I was. If I could be 17 again with everything I have now, oh, that's my dream. That would be my dream. That would be perfect. That would be awesome. But how do we feel about this Dr. Mathis character? What is he gonna be? What is his role gonna be in this new movie? Because I'm really thinking that this is gonna be the reason why Michael comes back to Haddonfield for some reason. I don't know how or why, but I feel like he's maybe another doctor that's obsessive and crazy with how he feels about Michael. Although I do feel like he's going to be like some kind of like, how did they talk about him in Halloween Kills? That he's like some kind of like, he's like an actual doctor. He's not like a psychologist. He works at Haddonfield Memorial Hospital and all that. So. This is a great suggestion from Andy. In Halloween H2O, we see the girls watching Scream 2. Will we see someone watching Scream 3 in Halloween Ends? Or what about how messed up would this be? How messed up would this be if we see them watching Scream 5, like the new one? I don't know how I'd feel about that, because like if you think about it, them watching Scream 2 and Halloween H2O is kind of a paradox, right? Because in the first Scream, they're watching Halloween in that movie. So it's a massive paradox, right? That's like, how does that make any sense? It's crazy. Keith says Art the Clown is in other films too. Some earlier films, All Hallows Eve. Yes. The ending of All Hallows Eve is something, man. It is, it's really messed up. It's really unexpected. That's a fun flick, by the way, if you guys haven't seen that. I think Terrifier is better personally, but it's fun. It's good. It's a good movie. I can't wait for Halloween Ends, and Jake, it's pronounced Steven, so you had it right the first time. Perfect. So what's going on, Steven, and what's going on, other Steven? What's going on, Steven with a V? What's going on, Steven with a PH? There we go. Tristan Quarter says he's Michael's brother. Yeah, I would love. No, we don't need any twists. I don't think we need any crazy twists in our Halloween movies. Just give me a big ol' nasty kill list, kill count. I want James A. Janice to cry when he sees this movie because of how many kills are in it. Little dead meat joke for you. There you go. Did you ever catch the Hatchet series? I've seen the first one. I wasn't super impressed. I'll be honest. I need to watch it again for sure. But I remember watching it for the first time, just being like, yeah, it wasn't bad. It's just like a straight up slasher. That's how I feel about it. I need to see the sequels though. I hear some of the sequels are pretty good. Maybe Mathis is Allison's therapist or Laurie Strode's therapists. That could be the case. I do want this Dr. Mathis character to be evil. That's kind of how they've been setting him up. Like there's that throwaway line in Halloween Kills about how he was kind of a crappy doctor to our one character. I can't remember his name. Our one character. There's that throwaway line between like the couple at the bar, and then also in the novelization of Halloween Kills, it goes a little further into that, and I guess they were invited to a swingers party with Dr. Mathis, so he might be a villain. I'm kind of hoping that's the case. Miriam, I see all of your chats. I got it. What if it's all a dream? You don't got to be spamming. It's all good. It's all good. I'll get to it. I promise. I hope it's not a dream. I hope it's not just a dream. That would be whack. I'll say that. What's going on, Tori? What's up? Howdy. Daniel's got to go. Get your homework done, Daniel. Do your homework. Do it. That's good. KillJoy Jake says, do your homework. Or don't. I don't know. I didn't do my homework, so I'm a bad example when it comes to that. That's why I'm a YouTuber now. Corey says, I cannot wait to see Pearl. I cannot wait to see it either. I'm pumped for that. I'm super excited. What if Halloween Kills is a setup for Halloween 3 reboot where the masks cause people to go nuts and kill? That would be sick. I would be down for like I would be down for like a reimagining of Halloween 3 if they wanted to redo that and just call it Season of the Witch. I'd be honestly, that's what David Gordon Green should be working on next, if I'm being honest. Something along those lines. I don't know if he's gonna translate well to the Exorcist movies. I don't know. I just don't feel like his style would work very well with that. Like I get why they're doing it because like the Halloween movies were so successful, but just a totally different franchise. The Exorcist is not the same as Halloween. I would put like if I'm Jason Blum and let's say I could acquire the rights to Friday the 13th, that's what I would put David Gordon Green on personally. That's just my opinion. Fernie, what's going on, Fernie? What's good? Everything's good. Everything is great. Everything is awesome, to quote the Lego movie. Oh my God, I'm so silly. I'm a silly bitch. What, Sammy, I did not see your last comment. I think I missed it. I got a lot of comments. I want to respond to everybody. Perhaps the Doctor is a mad scientist that connects it with some sort of black magic, kind of like the old Halloween 3, but re-envisioned. Do we think it's going to get paranormal in this last movie? Do we think that's where it's going? Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's going. I don't know if it's going full blown paranormal. I feel like we're still going to be like super serious. But I don't know. It could go that direction. I'm not necessarily against it if they set it up correctly. Jacob Browning says, I used to do my homework, then I found a bizarre love of campy 80s slashers, and that's what my time goes to. That and these streams. Thank you, Jacob. I appreciate that. I appreciate both things there. But yeah, homework's whack, man. But still do it. Still do it. KillJoy Jake believes in doing homework and free all alligators into the sewers. Yeah, I'm chaotic like that. Let's just release some alligators into the sewers and see what happens. No. Sammy Sin says, I asked if you were friends with Dave McRae. I know of Dave McRae. I would love to be friends with him. I love his channel. I I recently reached me and Matt, the guy over at Trigger Mortis Productions, our movie production studio. We reached out to Vincent DeSanti. He was super nice and actually got on a call with us talking about Red Right Hand, my Scream fan film that comes out soon. And he recommended that we go on some Dave McRae live streams if possible. And I would love to reach out to him because he's just like a super nice guy. I love catching his streams. He always has some really good takes, especially on the Halloween franchise. I would love to become friends with him if I could. That would be awesome. He runs a great channel. Absolutely love his channel. Great stuff. And he does some great voiceover work too. I don't know if you guys knew that about him, but oh yeah. Ty Lee says, I think it would be interesting if Michael and Laurie were in confrontation and Hawkins tries to shoot Michael but misses and hits Laurie instead. It could be very dramatic. Oh God. That would be sad. I see something like that happening though. I see something bittersweet happening at the end of this new one. What if we Halloween 4 or Zombies 2'd it with the last scene being in Judith's bedroom and having Allison kill Michael and turn to kill Laurie, then to stand and stare out the window? So you're suggesting Allison goes crazy, says Trent Willis. I could see it. Here would be the interesting thing about that, because I love when you have two characters that start off in certain positions emotionally, and then by the end of a movie or a trilogy, for example, they kind of switch spots. That's always really interesting to me, and that's kind of what you're suggesting there. I'm interested. I'm very interested in seeing that. That's pretty sick. If they end up going that route, honestly, I'm down for it. That it's messed up, it's dark. Like I said, I want that bittersweet kind of thing. So that would be sick. Miriam says Karen's most likely dead. Yeah, probably. I don't think she was even on set. I believe she was actually she was not anywhere near Savannah, Georgia when they were filming it. I don't think she's coming back. Pretty sure she's dead. Oh my God. He looks like he could be a fun guy to hang out with. I agree, Sammy. I would love to hang out with him. I would love to talk to him about horror films. We'd have some crazy conversations, I think. The doctor knows why Michael does what he does, and it's revealed. If they do, I hope it's badass and not a stupid cult. Yeah, I agree, Jordan. Let's not bring the Thorn crap in here. We don't need that. Jason wants an update on the Stu Lives Funko. I'm still looking for an artist. Listen, I will get that thing made. I will pay for it myself. I don't care. I want to make it happen. So if anyone knows someone who does Funko Pop art, they make their own Funko Pops, I will gladly commission someone to make a Stu Funko. Hit me up with them digits of them peoples. What the hell am I saying? Yeah, I would love to make that happen for sure. 100%. Fernie says in Leatherface, where he was a good dude all movie and he switches to bad. That Leatherface 2017, that movie was rough. It's weird. It just doesn't feel like a Texas Chainsaw movie. I think that's my big thing about it that I didn't love. There's some crazy moments in that film that are entertaining, but overall I'm just whatever about it. Jake, did you ever get to watch People Under the Stairs? I think Halloween is going to be the best one yet, besides the first and the 2018 one. I'm working on it. It's not on any streaming services, unfortunately. People Under the Stairs. I think here's my thing about that. I feel like it might be really good, so I kind of want to either buy it or watch it on a streaming service first. I don't want to pay to rent. I don't like renting things. I really don't. I either buy things or I watch it on streaming. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Especially if it's really good and I end up paying $17 or whatever to rent it, and then I'm like, well, now I want to buy it. I'm going to throw $30 at that. You know what I mean? So if I can find a way to legally watch it for free, and then I absolutely love it, then yeah, fuck yeah. Because I might want to buy that one. That's my thing about it. It's Wes Craven, so of course. What's up, Emil? I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hey, KJJ, dig your channel. Thank you so much. How do you feel about a Phantasm requel or reboot? Can't wait for Terrifier 2. Keep up the good work, buddy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I would love to see some more Phantasm. But unfortunately, the guy that what's his name? Angus something? He unfortunately passed away. The guy that plays the tall man. So obviously we couldn't have him back. We'd have to have a new person playing him. I would be down. I would be so down for some more of that. I'd be totally down. I'd be down for some more Phantasm. I haven't seen the latest one. I've seen Phantasms 1 through 4. I have not seen I have not seen I can't it's like a subtitle. I can't remember the name of it, but I haven't seen that one. I guess it's pretty good. So from what I've seen of the Phantasm franchise, though, it's really consistent. Like all 4 of those movies are pretty dang good. I think the 4th one kind of dips in quality a little bit, but it's still good. It's still a fun movie. They're all very fun flicks. So what if Karen wakes up from her coma and starts to kill? Do we really want to see like another antagonist in the Halloween movies? Like I'm not against it personally if they set it up correctly, but how do we feel about that? I have a feeling that you and him will instantly become brothers. I would love that. I would love to be on that level with Dave McRae. That'd be awesome. He runs a great channel. I also love like Drum Dums. I love all of his videos. I try to watch because they're just so well done. Dead Meat. I obviously I reference them all the time. They're like the reason I started doing this. Dr. Wolfula I watch a lot of. I love Dr. Even if Dr. Wolfula is talking about a movie I don't necessarily like, I just like watching his videos. He always has a really good take on stuff. I think he's never like super unfair, which is what I like. And I try to replicate that in my videos. I never try to say something sucks. I really try not to say that because I always try to find the good in every movie I watch, even if it's something I didn't necessarily like. So Alejandro, what's going on, man? The multiverse will open in the next Halloween. The Carpenter's Michael will arrive. Rob Zombie's Michael will arrive. Ghostface. It's like Halloween No Way Home. We'll call it that. that would be wild. Martrice Robinson. Awesome name. Allison should die if Lori dies. Ain't no way she survives, but Lori doesn't. Do we want to see Allison die, or do we want to like? How do we feel about that? If Allison dies and Lori kills Michael, Lori has to live with the fact that her family's all dead. So that's a pretty bittersweet ending. Kind of don't hate that. I'll be honest. Jordan Talk Films makes a pretty crazy point about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. It really says how trash the TCM franchise is when you realize TCM 2022 is one of the best ones. Listen, man. I think there's a lot of good movies in that franchise, but unfortunately there are more not so great renditions of Texas Chainsaw. I will also say this though. I feel like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, like, I feel like it never needed to become a franchise. Like, I feel like you could have just done 1 and 2. I have enjoyed a lot of the sequels, though. There are some, like, the remakes are great. I did really like the 2022 one, even though I don't think it was perfect by any means. But it was fun, you know? I think there's a lot of fun movies in that franchise, but it, like, every single movie besides, like, I guess kind of the second one, too, every approach to it is like, this is a slasher franchise. Let's do that. They're not. It's that first one's not a slasher movie. That's the thing. It is so not a slasher movie. It doesn't feel that way. Craven, thanks for stopping by, man. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it. Craven Something Scary runs an amazing channel, by the way. If you don't subscribe to him, he puts out a lot of great Scream and Halloween content. So subscribe to the old guy. He's not even that old. That's so mean of me to say. I was just joking around. You are totally on their level, says Jason. I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. Multi Michaels, that's funny. I hope there's a high kill count and more Hawkins. Yes, I loved Hawkins in that last film. I love the actor that plays him too. Where's the lamb? Where is the lamb? We need more lamb. What kind of music? I don't even know what I'm saying. What kind of music do you listen to? What kind of music do I listen to? I listen to a lot of everything. So I'm pretty all over the place. Metal, like my dad was in a really popular metal band back in the 90s. So like obviously like metal's a big one for me. I just listened to the Foo Fighters new album. Rest in peace to Taylor Hawkins, by the way. Wow, that was Hawkins. That's super upsetting. So I've been listening to a lot of Foo Fighters, and their new album is like death metal from Studio 666. It's really good. Really good stuff. I love metal. I love rap. I like indie artists as well. Like I said, I'm all over the place with my music taste. I listened to this one guy named Felly. I just saw him live in concert. Phenomenal. Like, I got to meet the guy too. Super nice. Highly recommend listening to his music. It's like rap mixed with like indie rock. It's pretty interesting stuff. But I also love like Slayer and like Metallica, old school metal, and like some new stuff as well. I really like Bring Me the Horizon is actually really good for like the more emo stuff. The only thing I don't listen to is country. Country is the only thing I don't listen to. I'll listen to anything else pretty much. I still remember my cousin lied to me in 2013 and said his dad or something was like a director or something. And Michael versus Jason was coming out in 2014. That was messed up. Wow. Your cousin said that to you? And that's rough, man. I would love to see some more versus movies. Now that we're starting to get into the territory where it's like cool to have some more sillier horror films, I feel like we're starting to get into that again, which is great. Personally, I'm not against that at all. Humor and horror mixes together like fine wine and great cheese is how I feel about it. So those two things go very hand in hand very easily. I would love to see some more of that. I would love to see some sillier, high concept, crazy stuff like that. I'm all about that personally. Some more versus movies are necessary because I'll tell you what, Freddy versus Jason is a lot of fun. I really like that movie. A lot of fun. Pantera, yeah. All about some good Pantera. I saw, not recently, but like 2-3 years ago, I saw Phil Anselmo's other band. It's like Phil Anselmo and whatever. They opened up for Slayer and it was insane. As well as Primus. Primus is really good. Keith says, what band was your dad in? So my dad was in this local band that got some recognition called SSA. And for like a little while, they were playing one of their songs on like the radio and shit, dude. Like they actually had some credibility. If you just look up SSA, their music should come up. I don't think it's on anything like Spotify or whatever, but if you look it up on YouTube, you can hear some of their music. He sings on a song called Voice Be Heard, which is really cool. It's a really interesting song. I actually really like his music. Like I'm not even just saying that because he's my dad. He made some really cool stuff back in the day. So it's pretty dang good. They should cross over Halloween with The Purge. Imagine trying to survive the night, but Michael is out there. That would be interesting to see some of like the Purge people go against Michael. I'd be interested in that. What would Haddonfield? Haddonfield would be so ready for Purge night, though. They would be so ready for that, especially after having to go through living with Michael coming to their town every so often. I'm interested in that. That's a funny, crazy crossover idea. Okay. Craven Something Scary just messaged me and he's like, old man, huh? I see how it is. I'm so sorry, buddy. He was just a joke. I'm sorry. That's so funny. We're all like little girls, me and the Lethal Collective. We're all like a bunch of little girls. We just text each other, excited about horror movies. It's great. Don't sleep on country. There are some pretty good artists. Yeah, sure. The Illegals. Thank you, Keith. Yeah. Terrible what happened to Dimebag Darrell. Yeah, it's one of the reasons I'm not proud to be from Ohio. Let me tell you. Ugh, that sucks, man. I would kill to see Pantera too. I love Pantera so much. Lethal Collective edition. You got to marry one, kill one, and bang one. Well, obviously I would bang Knights. Obviously. I mean, with that voice, oh my God. I would probably kill Fate because he'd probably be going on some kind of rant, and I would marry Steven, of course. He would be the one that I feel like me and him would have the best relationship, I think. Sorry about the coughing, guys. Oh, I'm getting over a little bit of a sickness right now, unfortunately, but I'm all better, thankfully. Oh yeah, let's talk about some horror movies though. Let's keep going. I want to keep this train rolling all the way to 5 o'clock, everybody. I want to stay on this live stream for a while. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. So what else do we want to talk about? I thought they would have made a part 2 of Freddy vs. Jason because of Freddy's wink at the end. Freddy always kind of gives a little wink at the end or something though, you know? Like, and same with Jason. There's always like some kind of illusion that they're still alive. That's kind of it's just a trope with those movies. Although I wouldn't mind for Freddy versus Jason to go up against each other again in the future. Not against that at all. Zoe, why are you like this? Why would you ask me that on a stream? You know I'll respond. You know I'll respond. Don't. I'm just kidding. How do you think the people of Haddonfield will be doing on Halloween after what happened in Kills? So I feel like it's not going to be like, I feel like if you showed the Halloween the next year, we'd get a response from them where it's like, it's not, kids are not going out by themselves. You know, obviously they're going to have their parents and stuff. I feel like now that it's been 4 years though, it's almost going to be like one of those things where it's become a joke. There's I can't remember. I think it's from a movie where they say like, is that from Scream? I think that might be from Scream. Yeah, that's from Scream 4, where they're like, the last generation's tragedy was this generation's joke or whatever. I think they say that in Scream 4, right? So I feel like that's going to ring true here once again. We're going to see a lot of kids like joking around about Michael Myers because they're high schoolers and that's how they deal with things that scare them. They make jokes about it and it comes off as offensive. Listen, I was a high schooler at one point, and unfortunately that's what we did. We made dumb jokes about stupid things we probably shouldn't have been making jokes about. So that's just how high schoolers deal with things like that. I would like to see that in fruition here at some point. Very interested in seeing that. Keith, you saw Pantera 5 times. I'm so jealous, man. I'm seeing Rob Zombie, Static X, Mudvayne. Who else is on that list? Oh, and Power Man 5000. I'm seeing them this summer. They're coming to Blossom here in Cleveland. So if you guys are okay, listen, I'm gonna off topic real quick. I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you guys like going to concerts and you live somewhere near Ohio, go see a show at this little venue called Blossom, because every show I have seen there has been ridiculously impressive and always so much fun. The beer is insanely overpriced, but besides that, it's always a good time. Always a good time. Blossom is just an amazing little arena. So if you guys are from the area or somewhere close by, Pittsburgh area maybe, come on down to Blossom, see a show. It's a phenomenal venue. Couldn't recommend it more. I kind of didn't believe you didn't believe your cousin. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. Funny story though, Jordan. That is hilarious. Have you seen the original Maniac from 1980? I'm gonna be honest, I have not. I know about it. Here's what sucks about this. I've seen the remake with Elijah Wood or whatever, and that's actually really well done. I've never seen the original, unfortunately, but I need to see it. That's I need to watch that one. That's like a classic, man. I got to see that one. Any word on a new My Bloody Valentine movie? The original is awesome. Remake was good and made money. So what is the deal? I heard they have been trying to make a sequel from the original. I could see that happening. I could see them doing a requel with that. We're in that phase right now of horror to do requels. I would like to see another My Bloody Valentine movie. I love the original. I think the remake's like okay, it's not bad. I really like the original. I'd like to see more of that. I'm shocked that never became a franchise. Like that and Killer Clowns. Why did neither of those movies become a franchise? Those are both like franchisable, as I would say. Both of them are very easily, you can make a lot of sequels from both of those, I think. Why doesn't one of us make a Freddy versus Jason movie? It does not seem like the studios want to make one. It could be in the theaters or a fan film. So here's the thing about that. I feel like I know there's a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film that came out recently. I have not seen it, but I feel like it would be really difficult to do a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film, just because you'd have to get an actor who can do Freddy really well. And I'm so intimidated by something like that. Like I feel like you can do Ghostface pretty well, because it's really just like you need a voice actor and you need someone who has a lot of physicality to play Ghostface. So we have both of those for our Scream movie, but like to get someone to do Freddy, that's tough, man. You'd have to find even before you write the script, you would have to find someone who can do Freddy really well, because otherwise it'll flop, which it's a difficult feat to accomplish, I think, to make a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film. That would be much more difficult than what I'm doing or any other kind of fan film in the horror space. I think it's a tough one to accomplish. I have not seen that one that came out recently. Like I said, I really have no opinion on it yet, but like if the guy's good, I bet it's a great fan film. That's how I feel about it. That'll make or break it, probably. That's my thoughts going into it. I also think they could make a part 2 of Freddy versus Jason and have Jason bring back Freddy like how Freddy brought back Jason. That would be a cool way to start it off. I'm all about movies like that, like versus movies where it's just like insane concepts with familiar slasher villains. I'm all about fun things like that. Always a good time watching that. And Ty Lee makes a great point. A good crossover would be Insidious and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Lin Shaye versus Robert Englund would be great, with James Wan and Patrick Wilson, of course. Lin Shaye is in both of those franchises too, about dream demons, essentially. I've been saying this for a long time. James Wan, I don't know why he's not making the next Nightmare on Elm Street. He would do that so well. If I could pick any director and any writer, any director-writer team out there to do it, it would be James Wan and Lee Winnell. That should be their comeback movie, is a new Friday the 13th, or not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. That would be insane. Same lineup coming to St. Louis, Def going to that. Jake is a banger, love it. Oh yeah, dude, I'm so pumped for that show. I love all those bands. It's gonna be a really fun time. Lillard was great in 13 Ghosts, even senseless. he was really good in 13 Ghosts. We have an SLC Punk reference in Red Right Hand. I shouldn't have spoiled that, but there you go. Adam says, I'm working right now, but I'm going to hide my phone. Well, you know what, Adam? I appreciate you for watching. And listen, if your boss comes out and says, why ain't you working? Show him the phone, and I'll gladly talk to him. I will talk to him through the live stream for you. And I will say, listen, Adam is a dedicated viewer of the KillJoy Jake channel. And I think he deserves a little 30-minute break to watch the rest of this live stream. I'm just saying. I'll talk to him for you, Adam. I got you, man. Woo, that coffee is like giving me a stomach ache bad. I should stop drinking that. Freddy's shoes are hard to fill. I agree. It's gonna, like, if they do end up making another I keep saying Friday. If they make another Nightmare film, they gotta cast the guy correctly. I don't even think they should write a script before they have the right Freddy. For sure. Like, you gotta find the right guy to play Freddy, or it's not gonna work. Have you seen Silver Bullet with Corey Haim? I love Silver Bullet. One of my favorite wolf movies, werewolf movies, whatever. I think the definitive best werewolf movie, though, is An American Werewolf in London. It's really hard to top that one. I just watched The Howling for the first time, and I liked it. The effects were amazing, but wow, the beginning of that is slow. Written by the same guy that wrote Alligator, by the way, to loop it back to what we were talking about earlier. So, Jim Carrey as Freddy Krueger, what do you think? Honestly, not a bad choice. Like, if you had the right director in that situation that would tame Jim Carrey a little bit, like let him have his moments every now and then, but then like tame him for some more serious stuff, you could do that right. Oh yeah, Jim Carrey could play that well, I think. Under the right director. Just like Jim Carrey and Nicolas Cage, I feel very similar about both of those actors. If they're under the right director, they're phenomenal. If they're not so much. I think both of them are ridiculously talented, like insanely talented, but they definitely are like at 110% unless you tell them to take it a step back. When Jim Carrey and Nicolas Cage are at about 80%, they're phenomenal every single time. Always perfect. Anything Matthew Lillard does is amazing. Absolutely, Jacob. I have yet to see something where Matthew Lillard was in it where I didn't care for his performance. Every single movie he's in, he elevates it. 100%. I would love to work with James Wan. I'm getting into film. I write screenplays and shoot stuff. I'm a beginner, so I can make a slasher film. Go for it, Steven. Absolutely. I'm a nobody, okay? I'm some guy that talks about horror movies on here, and I'm trying for it. So go for it. Anyone can do it. Just go for it. Write a script and just send it out into the world. Try. You got to try. Because if you don't try, you miss. That's just like that Wayne Gretzky quote, but like just written horribly. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, KillJoy Jake. That was a bad joke. Okay, anyways, most importantly, will he die in a hospital? Asks Wayne Turner while watching House Shark. That would be the worst ending to Halloween Ends if they decided to do that. What's going on, Wayne? How's it going, man? Only kidding. Hank Hill says instead of having a job, Adam has horror movies. That's what I'll say to his boss. He won't get fired. His boss can be mad at me. I don't care. That's so funny. Oh my God. I go on break at 6 p.m. and don't get out till 12 a.m. Oh, Adam, I'm sorry, man. Listen, I'm going to get you on your break now. That's so funny. Oh my God. I don't want to get you fired, Adam. So I'll talk to your boss. Oh my God, this is so silly. Keith says, I think Robert will come back for one more. I hope he does, man. I could use one more really good performance from him, especially in like a standalone, because technically the last time he played Freddy is Freddy versus Jason. I would love one more standalone Nightmare film just for shits and giggles. Let's do it. That would be nuts. Jim Carrey was entertaining as the Riddler. Ty Lee, I just watched that movie. I mean, like, I literally just watched that movie like 3 days ago. He is, that movie's something else. He's great in it, but that movie is something else. Oh, man. Ooh, Superstition from the 1980s and Madman. I have not seen either of those films, but adding them to the Letterboxd watch list. I'm gonna add them right now during this live stream. You're gonna have to watch me do that. This is why I subscribe to KillJoy Jake. I completely forgot the name of those. Superstition. Superstitious. Isn't that's a song, right? Fergalicious. Oh God, I love watching KillJoy Jake's live streams where he sings to me Fergalicious. So good. Quality content. Oh, God. Do you think Michael Myers has any moral standard limits? Like if he would kill a child younger than 6 or if he would commit... Oh, I get what you're saying. So he definitely has his limits. I mean, he looks at a baby in Halloween 2018. We learned that by... Okay, here's something I want to talk about real quick. The best way to write a screenplay is showing, not telling. And in Halloween 2018, we get a lot of that showing, where we kind of learn a little more about Michael's moral standpoints, especially here when he sees a baby and he doesn't quite kill the baby. And I feel like maybe that's because he almost, not relates to them, but like he can connect with a child more than he can another human being, which is why I think he feels like he can just kill people. He doesn't really care. Because like maybe a baby, he maybe feels like there's some kind of innocence in a baby. He definitely has some kind of weird moral standpoint that we don't quite, that's not like 100% clear to us yet, which is, I think, really interesting about the character of Michael Myers. And I never want to have it fully clear. I never want to have that answer fully shown to us, fully told to us. Show us a little more of the pieces of the puzzle, but never give us the full painting. Ronnie Burns, what's going on? Hi. Howdy, howdy. I've only seen one werewolf film, and that's Dog Soldiers. Another one I have to add to the list. I hear it's phenomenal. I hear Dog Soldiers is fantastic. JJ, what's going on, JJ? Can you still donate to the Kickstarter for Red Right Hand? No, but I will say, like, super chats are encouraged. I'm not not gonna say no to that. That's what I'll say. I am going to be using a lot of YouTube money for Red Right Hand. I think we actually just talked today. Me and Matt got on the phone and we're like, wow, there's a lot of things we're going to need for this. For the majority, we have like what we have from the budget. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to buy everything with that. But like I said, like super chats are appreciated because this is a very low budget film. If we have more money, we can do more crazy things. That's just what it comes down to. We're going to have to do a lot of the practical effects on our own as well, because like realistically, I'm not going to get somebody to volunteer their time to do that, because Here's the thing. We have a lot of like friends and people who are in the acting space volunteering their time and efforts for Red Right Hand, which is awesome. But with a makeup artist, they actually have to put like money into it to do these special effects, like liquid latex, fake blood. That's not cheap. So unfortunately, I'm not able to, we just don't have the money to commission that. That's why we had the budget so low. I knew I wasn't going to get much more than $5,000 out of people, which we barely got that, which I'm once again, very thankful for everybody. Absolutely much love to everyone who supported the campaign, tweeted about it, put it out there into the world. If you did anything like that, thank you so much. But to expand upon that, we're just not going to be able to hire a makeup artist for this film, but we have a lot of really ambitious kills that we're already talking about. How the hell are we going to do these things? We're figuring it out this month. This month is all about learning how to do practical effects, all about learning how to do things like that. We already have, I can't say that because that's a spoiler, but we already figured out a way to do a really big kill in this movie. There's gonna be a lot of guts and blood and everywhere. I'm gonna ruin my buddy's kitchen. He's not gonna be happy with me, but hey, you know what? It's gonna make for a sick scene in this. A sick scene, not sex scene. I know that sounded like sex. No, there's no sex scenes in Red Right Hand, except for the scene where Zoe Crawford and Fate Decided go at it for like 40 minutes. Except for that scene, of course. Who do you think would win in a fight, in a versus fight between Art the Clown and Michael Myers? Ooh, this is controversial. I know we're talking about Halloween and how much we love that franchise, but Art the Clown wins that fight all day, every day, honestly. Which I feel like he wins that because of his charisma. He has a little more charisma than Michael Myers has. And I feel like he could maybe outsmart Michael if they were to fight. So that's my opinion on that. I also love all the shit talk from Damien Leone and David Howard Thornton about the Halloween movies. That's so funny to me. And I'm always rooting for the underdog. I feel like Art the Clown is definitely the underdog there. So yeah, I think Art the Clown wins that fight. Jason Dyer referencing that. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. I get the reference if no one else does. Adam says, I'm going to go back to work, but put the volume on low, but still here. You know, if you want to turn up the volume, Adam, and your boss is in the room, I'll tell him what's up. I'll tell him what's up. No, I'm just kidding. I bet your boss is a very nice person. Or maybe he's not. Or maybe she's not. I don't know. I don't know your boss. I don't know Adam. I bet Adam's a great guy, though. Adam's watching my stream. He's an awesome guy. Rex Charmed, what's going on, man? Sounds like a bloodbath. Can't wait to see. Yeah, it's a bloodbath. It's I can confirm now that it'll be one of the bloodiest Scream movies, or Scream fan films at least, out there. It's definitely bloodier and gorier than the movies. I'll say that for sure. I wonder how fans would react if Michael killed a child slowly like Cameron's death. I honestly don't think that would be allowed, LMAO, but darn, that would be shocking AF. I mean, he chokes out a child in Halloween 2018. That's pretty messed up. I really like that scene personally. I think that was when I was like, okay, this is something special. You know, I had seen Halloween, the original Halloween prior to Halloween 2018. But man, when I watched that scene, that's when I was in. I was like, this is something messed up here. And the opening to Halloween 2018 is not bad, but the opening to Halloween Kills is so much better. What else do we got here? Liam. What's going on, Liam? How you doing, man? Laurie may get Marion Crane's treatment in Halloween Ends to prove it isn't Laurie's story, nor anyone is safe. Many may not like it, but it's daring. Listen, as long as she's not the opening kill, if they end up going the Marion Crane route, I could see that happening. I was talking about this earlier. If they kill Laurie Strode, it better not be the opening kill. It better not be something that happens right at the get-go in the first 10 minutes, or it's just going to be Halloween Resurrection all over again. And honestly, I don't think that's going to be the case. Seemed like she was on set the entire time, and if she was just in that one scene, let's be honest, Jamie Lee Curtis is a busy woman. She's in a lot of movies. She's going to be in that new A24 film that I think is coming out either next week or 2 weeks from now, or maybe that's already out. I'm not 100% sure. She wouldn't have been on set for as long as she was if she wasn't in the entire movie, is how I feel about it. So I really think she's going to be in mostly the entire film, and she may or may not die at the end of it. Considering how her and John Carpenter talked about it, something upsetting is going to happen at the ending. This is not going to be a clean-cut, happy ending. Michael's dead. Hell yeah, let's go home and celebrate and eat some popcorn. No, it's not what's going to happen. Oh, no. Jake, tell Adam's boss to subscribe and smash that like button. Can you imagine I just go full on like YouTuber to this guy's boss? None of my bosses are cool, says Adam. He'll probably hate my channel then. I'll just be like, hey, what's up, Adam's boss? Like this video and subscribe, and don't forget to smash that notification bell. Oh my God. That's so funny. Yeah, Rex Charmed, you're watching at work too. Shout out to the bosses to send us home for the day. I will. If you get your boss on here right now, I will tell him listen, Rex needs to go home, okay? He's had a busy day. It's Tuesday. It's already been a long week. Let the guy go home. Let the guy go home and chill. Let him go home and chill. That's so funny. Ghost Mysteries, or Steven says, did Ends already enter pre-production? It wrapped production on the 9th, just a question. So probably, my guess is they're probably already in pre-production. There really hasn't been any news on Halloween, which is kind of why I'm doing this stream. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Halloween Ends. There's been like no update since they wrapped filming pretty much. There's There's been like little things here and there, but not enough for me to make a video on. I don't want to make a whole video on something if it's like there's a character announced. You know what I mean? If it's just little things here and there, I don't want to do a whole video on that. I want to when I do put out updates, I want them to be on big things, or if I have a crazy theory, I want to put that out there to discuss. I don't want to just be like, hey, there was this one character and I can talk about this for like a minute. That's just I feel like that's a waste of your guys' time. I get what you're saying about, yeah, post-production. Yeah, I got you, man. It's probably like they probably have entered post-production. I believe they wrapped like 2 weeks ago, right? So, or over 2 weeks ago now. So yeah, probably starting next month, we'll probably start to hear a little bit about that, especially because it comes out in October. They have to be in pre-production now. I doubt they just like took 2 weeks off. So once again, I feel like this movie's being a little rushed, but I don't know. Hopefully it comes out good. That's what I say. Battle to the death for Laurie and Michael. I think it should end with them dead. I wouldn't be shocked. Listen, I would not be shocked if if they decided to kill both of them at the end of this movie. If they both die at the same time and Allison is like the sole survivor of it all. I could see that happening. I also think Lindsay is probably going to bite it in this flick. I would bet on it. Listen, it's upsetting, but it's also probably the truth. It's probably also what's going to happen. I feel like Halloween Ends is going to be a definitive ending. Like I said, I feel like not everyone's going to make it out of this alive. This is the third act essentially of the David Gordon Green trilogy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be upsetting. It's not going to be a happy ending. So who would you like to see in Scream 6? Stu, Angelina Kirby, or Nick Cage? Obviously Nick Cage is my number one. He really needs to be in the Scream franchise. Listen, I will say this. Kirby probably will not be in it because like her, the person she's like with right now, I don't think they're married, but I believe that guy's brother is like someone like a higher up in Ukraine. And I think you all know what's going on in Ukraine right now. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. I don't know if she's going to be in it or not. I would love for more Kirby. Trust me. I would love for that to happen. Another thing, okay, I'm going to say one more thing about Scream, and then listen, we've been talking about Scream. The last like 4 videos I posted on this page have been Scream and Five Nights at Freddy's. So we will stay on track with the Halloween stuff. Don't worry. But I'm going to say one more thing about Scream, and then we're going to go off the subject. Going to stay into the Halloween area. Oh, and happy birthday, Adam. Happy early birthday. Saturday's his birthday, everybody. Let's go. The guy deserves the week off. The guy should get the whole week off and paid in full, Adam. Let me talk to your boss, Adam. Let's go. I'll talk to him. All right, one thing I was going to say, though, and I know I've said this before, but it's really interesting. If they cast Samara Weaving in this new film, I would bet my entire bank account on her being the killer, 100%. Not only has she worked with like these people before, the Radio Silence people before, obviously on Ready or Not, maybe their best film, I really think that if they cast her in this, she would play such a good Ghostface killer. Oh, and I wouldn't be disappointed with that at all. Like, the mystery might not be as good in the movie, but her performance in the third act would be sick. Oh, can we make that happen, please? Can we please make that happen? Can we start talking about Scream 7? It's a little early to talk about that, Jason. Like, I need to know what happens in 6 before I can theorize about what's going to happen in 7. That's what I say. Where did those chase scenes go? Says Liam. Yeah. Wow. I'll tell you, the first like 3 times I watched Scream, I was like, it doesn't really, whatever about the chase scenes. But now that I'm seeing it a little more, it could use a more detailed chase scene. I didn't realize how much I would miss those until they weren't there. And yeah. What do you think about this, Jake? Hit me with it, Jordan. Hit me. Let's go. Hit me. You guys ever see The Dark Knight? Hit me. I love that scene. I would love it if Laurie and Allison leave Haddonfield, but with Michael behind them following like in H2O when he was following Annie and Laurie in the original. Where would we go if we're not in Haddonfield? So here's the thing. I would totally understand if maybe a large part of this movie is not set in Haddonfield, but where's Michael? How would Michael go? Like, we've already had it established that Michael is not following Laurie or Allison. He really doesn't care. He just wants to go home. But now that he doesn't have a home, is he upset with Laurie? Maybe that's, okay, here we go. Maybe that's why Michael is after Laurie Strode and Allison, because Laurie bulldozed his house. That is canonical at this point. So maybe that could be a reason why Michael is after them. And okay, wait, here we go. Let's go with this. Let's go with this. Let's talk about Scream 10. How can I talk about Scream? Okay. Let's talk about this real quick. What if the whole point of these movies is giving Michael a motive to go after Laurie and Allison? This entire time, Laurie has been thinking that for some reason Michael Myers is after her specifically, but obviously we've had that proven false in these last two movies, especially with Halloween Kills. What if now Laurie Strode is mentally well? She's gone to therapy for the past 4 years. Her and Allison are living together in this nice home in some other country, not country, but some other like city in a faraway town. Michael is now after them because Laurie bulldozed his house. How crazy is that? Oh, that could give him a reason. I might do a video on that tomorrow. That's actually not a bad idea. Give Michael a reason to kill. I'm gonna write down a few things real quick because actually I have some ideas now for a little video. I have lots of ideas for a Halloween video. I apologize, everyone. Just give me one moment. Hello, Carrie. What is going on? Carrie's on her break at work as well. How long has Jake been on? I've been on for almost 2 hours, and I'm gonna keep going because I'm having a blast. Oh, I'm gonna stay at. I think I might hang out for another hour. Screw it. Why not? All right. So give Michael a reason to kill. Laurie escapes mental hospital. I'm going to formulate some theories with that in the future. That's actually some really cool, really interesting ideas. Yeah, I've been going for like 2 hours. I don't care. I'm having a blast. Having a good time. Jordan, I think your question keeps getting lost in the sauce, man. I'm going to be honest. I keep Scream X. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I see, what do you think about this, Jake? And then under that is someone else's comment. I don't know. I'm not seeing it for some reason. Jake, we should do a collab, a Halloween video. That would be dope. Absolutely, Carrie. Guys, if you don't listen to this, if you guys like good horror content, go over to Carrie Crave Cinema and hit that subscribe button because dang, did she put out some good content. She just started up her channel a little while ago. It's pretty dang good stuff. I'm gonna get a StreamYard account and I'm gonna start streaming with like other people. Every time I stream on here, I'm just by myself. And I don't know. I would, maybe I want to talk to some people. So soon that'll happen. Jordan here. I'm still not seeing the comment, man. I don't know. Jason Dyer, please do a top 10 best horror hospital scenes. Top 10 best horror hospital scenes. So I'll do my least favorite hospital scenes in horror movies. That'll be easy. No, just kidding. We'll check out her channel. Good stuff, Brie. Brie has been here like the entire time. Shout out to everyone who's been here the entire time, just hanging out, having a good time. Thank you guys so much. I know we're all busy with our crazy schedules, but I just appreciate everyone being here and hanging out. It's good stuff. We're having a lot of fun here. So anyways, how do we feel about what has Michael been doing for the past 4 years? How do we feel about that? What has Michael been up to for the past 4 years that he's not been in the town of Haddonfield? So we have a lot to talk about there. Jordan, I do not see your comment. I'm so sorry, my dude. I see you pointing to it. I'll keep reposting because I understand, especially. Oh, hey, Jordan, if you're using a link, I cannot see that. So if you post links, I have that disabled because like I'll have a lot of bot accounts like come to my videos and they'll be like, hey, watch my video or something. That's like kind of crappy. Like, can you imagine if I went to like someone else's channel, like just went on their live stream and the entire time I was just talking about, hey, subscribe to my channel because I talk about horror movies. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of crappy. So that's why I'm like, meh. But yeah, how do we feel about Michael? What has he been doing this entire time in the past time? He's a real estate agent. Yeah. You know what? Now that he's lost his house, he's made his money. He's really just turned a new leaf and become a good guy in Halloween Ends. That's going to be the real ending here. That's so funny. Yeah. So leave me some of those in the comments and I will respond to them. But I will answer some good questions here. What's your favorite horror sequel? Mine is Psycho 2. Great choice, Adam. Psycho 2 is phenomenal. Man, that's tough because I love Hellbound. Hellraiser 2 is so good. I honestly, like, this is a crazy opinion I got here, but honestly, I think Hellbound might be even better than the original Hellraiser. I love that film. Oh, it goes to territories that I wanted the first one to go to, and this one does. Literally and figuratively. Like, we literally go to their dimension, the labyrinth or whatever. Super creepy. I love the scene where the one doctor dude gets like taken into that machine and he's turned into a Cenobite. Hell yeah. Oh, love it. Great stuff. It's not a link. It's about Halloween. Jordan, I don't know, man. I don't know why it's not coming up. That's odd. I don't have any like words blocked unless you're like, if you have something like offensive in there, but I doubt it. I don't know. YouTube will automatically block stuff with like offensive words. I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. So early here in Australia, Wednesday morning, almost 8 a.m. Oh my God. Wayne, I appreciate the commitment. Thank you. I appreciate the commitment of everyone here who's like at work or maybe getting off work. Do you think Myers' mask is made by Silver Shamrock? I could see that being an Easter egg for sure. 100%. I think that'd be fun. Michael has been killing in Russellville. Where is Russellville? What is this that you speak of? It's a very specific name. I don't think people realize just how much Michael has taken from Allison. Oh, okay, that might be what it is. From Allison, he killed her dad, mom, boyfriend, her 3 friends, and if I'm right, he kills Lori. She deserves to kill Michael. Okay, there we go, Jordan. There was no offensive words. Yeah, YouTube's really weird about stuff. YouTube is very strange about all that stuff. But you make a really good point, Jordan. In a lot of ways, Michael in this timeline has taken more from Allison than Laurie Strode. So I kind of agree with you. I think Allison should be the one to kill Michael. How do we feel about that too? Do we think who's gonna if Michael dies? Who's gonna kill him? Is it gonna be Allison? Is it gonna be Laurie? Is it gonna be Lindsay? I really think Allison should be the one to do it. Which, controversial, I know. Laurie Strode's the OG final girl, but like, I think Allison should do it. At this point, Allison deserves it the most. They blocked the K. Yeah. Yeah, dude, YouTube's whack, man. I don't know. Sorry about the coughing, guys. Just getting over a little bit of a cold. Carrie, yeah. They're fine with the word tentacle. I'm just going to mute myself for 2 seconds. Oh, okay, there we go. Much better now. Plot twist, Michael is Adam's boss. That's so funny. Evil dies tonight, as well as Adam's boss. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to kill Adam's boss. I'm not going to. See, listen, YouTube won't allow us to say kill in the comments section. They probably won't let me say it on a live stream, so. But I can say fuck like all day. That's totally fine. I don't know. I guess the word tentacle is not offensive. Yeah, we use that word a lot. We used that word a lot last night on the old Lethal Collective stream. You know, honestly, I might start streaming on Tuesdays. We've been pretty consistent this entire time. We've had like 30 to 40 people the whole live stream. It's been pretty sick. Some good stuff. Maybe it's because I'm talking about Halloween for the first time in forever, though. Because wow, I need to make some more Halloween videos. Let's say that. I might talk. Yeah, so I have some theories based off of today's chat, which are pretty dang good. Adam's boss sucks. That's so funny. Oh my God. He's probably working right now. He's like busting his ass. I don't know. We're just trash talking his boss. He has no idea. That's so funny. Haddonfield has been isolating and going through a pandemic, so Michael hasn't had a chance to kill anyone except small amounts of people like Megan Baxter. Yeah, I feel like, you know, maybe they're looking for Michael this entire time, but once again, he's got to be hiding somewhere. He can't just be like out in the woods. The police would have found him in that case. So I feel like he's either like hiding in the sewer system, hiding out in the woods in like some abandoned ravine or something. I don't know. Like we could come up with a lot of weird stuff for where Michael has been. I really hope it's along those lines where he's just like depraved, living out in the woods, something along those lines. I would love to see some kind of scary thing like that where someone disturbs his slumber, disturbs where he's been living in peace, and he starts killing again. as he finds out that the town of Haddonfield is having Halloween again, because Michael just hates Halloween, I think. I don't know. YouTube sucks cheeks. That's really funny. That's like the best way to say eat a butt. You suck cheeks, bro. That's so funny. Oh, that's great. Liam just said the K word. Yeah. What the hell? The hell, YouTube? Why can't Jordan say kill? Why not? Huh? The hell, YouTube? What's going on here? So excited for the new Jurassic World movie. Me too. It looks bonkers. I'm using that word a lot, but like in this case, it really works. Bonkers is the only way to describe the new Jurassic World trailer and probably how the movie's going to be. I'm pumped for it though. I think it's going to be fun. Oh man, Wayne, that's sad. I will miss your live streams, Jake. Not working at the moment, but expected to start my new job next week. Time difference and work will equal not many to no live streams. Well, you know what, Wayne? So since it's super early in the morning for you right now, because you live in Australia, I'm assuming like later at night, you could possibly be free. I might start doing some later streams because I'm thinking about this right now, and I'm like, people are at work right now. It's probably why my live stream, like the number of people here isn't as high. So I might I don't know. I might stream later in the day. I'm trying to figure out the right time to do it. It seems like the majority of my viewers are on from like 4 o'clock to like 6 or 7. It's kind of like when the most amount of people are online. So when I get the most amount of views. So that's probably when I'm probably gonna start streaming later. Like maybe I'll start at like 6 or 7 or something, and then go like all night. I'm not sure. Not 100%. Ooh, I believe Halloween Ends first look possible trailer release will be at CinemaCon April 27th. I could see that happening, especially because, like, you know, they didn't have too long to make this movie. They're probably in post-production right now. I could see them having some kind of first look done by April 27th. I could see that happening. I know that, like, they're obviously not gonna have a trailer by then. Like, we probably don't get a trailer till what, like late July, August? That's kind of like when we got the last one, I want to say. Like July was when we got the Halloween Kills trailer the first time, right? Yeah. So I could see that. I could see that happening. Wayne, we need you in the chats, man. Can you send Jake a cutout of yourself so he can talk to you? Listen, Wayne, I'm going to try to stream a little later just for you, man. Just for you. We'll get this going. Halloween would be better if they casted Matthew Lillard. You know, honestly, in a David Gordon Green Halloween movie, Matthew Lillard would work very well. Like, totally 100% serious. Yeah, that would work really well, I think. Michael was sleeping in the sewer under a Starbucks, eating rats and drinking cappuccinos. Oh, listen, I would absolutely lose my mind in the theater if we had a scene where Michael Myers bites into a rat and just starts like eating it. That would be insane. I would lose my, like, just to see that depravity would be so cool. I really, you know, my one thing about the Rob Zombie movies is like they're really depraved, they're really dark. Sometimes maybe a little too much, especially that opening scene in the first one is a bit much, but it's really interesting. I think it's pretty, I don't know. There are things about the Rob Zombie movies I really liked, but they definitely went too far on in some areas. I would like to see the last movie in this franchise, or at least in this timeline, get darker. If it does, that would be a lot of fun. I'm totally down for it. And Michael Myers sipping on a cappuccino is a hilarious thing. Can you imagine like him being in the mask and he pours it all over himself? That's hysterical. I see Marcus D in the chat. What's going on, Marcus? Lamau. Bree says after dogs, rats. Yeah, I mean, look, if he can't find dogs, what's he going to eat? He's going to eat the rats running around in the sewer. Hell yeah. Kane, thank you, man. You're a cool and fun guy to talk to. I appreciate that, man. Lots of hearts. Lots of hearts for you, my dude. Breaking news. Next Scream movie will be called Scream. Adam's boss sucks. Oh my God. Adam's boss is the opening kill. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't be saying that. I shouldn't be, like, I'm on a live stream right now. I gotta be I gotta be careful with what I say on live streams. I just had someone message me the other day and say, "Hey, I want to use some of your clips for like a video," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, of course, go nuts." And like they used a bunch of clips where I'm like, "Oh, I said that," and like I'm like, whatever, you can, I don't care, you can use that. It's nothing like super bad, but I'm just like, really, like, I can't believe I said that in a video. I'm crazy. It may be a private viewing or something, but I seen it announced in a tweet, and on the website schedule, Universal has a no electronic device special viewing. I'll have to talk about that, Martrice. I'll have to talk about that in a video. Liam's mentioning the birds aren't real guy. I love that guy. What a commitment to a joke. That guy is amazing. I absolutely love him. Bird watching goes both ways. Just so everyone knows, I am part of the Birds Aren't Real committee. Absolutely. Someone else used your voice. Yeah. So there's this channel that talks about like Montreal. Like I can't remember the name of him, but he's going to post a video sometime soon where it's like he's going to use clips from some of my videos, the Lethal Collective streams, Fate Decided, Craven Something Scary, Jack Stannis's channel. Who else was in that? Bloody Breakdown with Bran as well. Love his channel. I don't talk about him too much, but he's awesome. I'm trying to think. There was one more. Oh, Podcast Now is also in it as well. He's going to be using clips from all that where we talk about like the use of Montreal in the new Scream film, and he like one of the lines I like really dissed Radio Silence, and he uses that clip, and I'm just like, damn. I didn't care. It's not a big deal, but I was like, really? You use that clip? That's funny. Thank you, Adam. As much as I appreciate talking about my work, we're here to appreciate one of my favorite YouTubers, the Jakester. I appreciate it, Adam. I appreciate it a heck of a lot. I just like talking with everybody about horror movies. It's a great time every time. Always a good time on these streams with you guys. So, hell yeah. My boy about to break into houses and steal people's porridge. You know it. What? That's so funny. I lived in Montreal for a year. Now I'm in Toronto. Listen, the way this guy talks about Montreal, it must be a beautiful city. So I got to go there at some point next year. I got to check that out. I want to do a filming locations video. Like I said, kind of tight on the old cash right now because this movie's going to be insane. But yeah, I'm paying for a lot of like the catering out of pocket and stuff too. So a lot of my own money is going to go into it as well as the Kickstarter money. So Jake, wish you were in the Guilty Pleasure Movie Club. You've got a lot on your plate though. I don't know. What is the Guilty Pleasure Movie Club? I'm down to check that out for sure. Hell yeah. I do have a lot on my plate, but I'm about to have less on my plate. Quitting the old Chipotle after Thursday. Thursday is my last day, so hell yeah. Do you think what's up, Blucka Blucka, first and foremost? What's going on? Do you think A24 will market Pearl better than X, and will they push for a global release, or is the box office going to scare them from worldwide release? So here's the thing. X, to my knowledge, isn't doing like that well, and that's just because it's unfortunately an A24 movie, so not a lot of people go to see those. Once again, really unfortunate. They did a pretty decent job advertising this, though, I would say. I mean, better than most of A24's movies. They rarely market a lot of those. They've been a lot better about that, though, recently. A24 has. It's slowly getting better. It's not quite where I'd like it to be marketing-wise, but they could definitely do a little better. And yeah, I would love to see them do a global release. Like, there's I've had a bunch of people come to me and say, hey, like X isn't showing at in my country. Can you do a spoiler review? I had a lot of people ask about that. And that sucks, man. It's such a good movie. It's like I said, it's my favorite horror film of the year so far. It's also probably my favorite horror film of the 2020s so far, with Invisible Man being a close second, I think. So what's your dream job? What's your dream job in your dream horror film? So I'm living my dream job right now. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I love doing this. This is, I've been working for this for a very long, I've been working at making a successful YouTube channel for a very long time. And I'm not, this is not a successful YouTube channel yet, but I'm almost at that point, and things are good. Things are good. You know, I'll say that. So I'm having an absolute blast doing this. It's great. Great time. I would love to play the horror villains. If I had a full-time job that I could choose right now, I would play horror villains all the time and do my videos when I come home, because that's my passion. My passion is playing monsters in movies. I would love to do that at some point. Jordan, yeah. The YouTube revenue ain't there yet. But I'm going to try going full time with YouTube. I think like if I'm working on it every single day instead of working at Chipotle some days, like, cause I've been basically doing this part time for a long time. So if I go full time with it, I feel like I can make it work, but I don't know. I'm scared. I'm taking a leap of faith. We're going to see. So Carrie says it's Craven, me, Jack Stannis, Bearded Entertainment, Jedi, Carbonite Jedi, and Destination Station. Ooh. Do you guys live stream? Or like, what's up with that? Because that's pretty sick. I'd be a part of it. That's cool. Dr. Andy says, will Michael die for real this time? Listen, I really hope so. I think that's the only way you can end Halloween. If Michael lives, there's more that has to happen. You know what I mean? Michael's gonna keep killing people if he lives. If he goes back to prison, he could break out. If he doesn't die in this movie, it's not really the definitive ending. That's how I feel about it. Don't name it Halloween Ends if you're not gonna end it. It's like naming something the final chapter and having another movie come out next year. It's happened plenty of times in the horror space, especially in the 80s. And it's like, come on, let's do something different. I say let's change it up for once. Give us your best impression of a ghost face reveal. Yeah, you'll see my impression of a ghost face reveal in December when I'm actually acting it out. So there we go. How about that? My voice is all roached now from live streaming for 2.5 hours almost. You can always try out to be the stunt double for Chucky. Am I that ugly, Blucka? Listen, I know I'm a little ugly, but am I that ugly? That's so funny. We'll be doing watch-alongs. We're all doing top 10 of our fave guilty pleasure movies, and each of us hosts every month. That's really cool. Are you guys doing that on like a separate channel? That's pretty sick. That's badass. Just saw that your last video is about Us theories. Wow, one of my friends just saw that film yesterday, so I was getting interested about it once again. Haha. Carrie, I've yet to watch your video on Us, but I'm totally down to watch it. I really, I absolutely, I love that film. I love Get Out. Get Out's like it's a 10 out of 10 movie, but I think I like Us just a little more from Jordan Peele. Both of his movies are fantastic. I cannot wait for Nope. I've been waiting for Nope ever since I got out of the theater from Us. I can't wait to see that film. It looks amazing. I'm really pumped for it. What if the granddaughter takes Laurie's place? I could see that happening. But that's not really the end though. It's not the end of the story. You know what I mean? Like they wouldn't have called it Halloween Ends if they were going to continue past this, I think. So I really want this to be a definitive ending, and you got to kill Michael to do that. So how tall am I? I'm like 6'2", man. Like I'm really tall. It's ridiculous. I kind of don't love it. I kind of don't like being so tall, honestly. I wish I was like a little shorter, just a tiny bit. You're 6'8"? Holy crap, Jordan. You're tall, man. Nice. Glass Hill is really big in this movie. I love a good crazy asylum. I just really hope I just really hope the whole premise of this movie isn't Michael gets captured 4 years ago and he breaks out again. Prison bus scene in the middle of the road. We've seen that already. Come on. Let's do something new. We host from our own channels. We choose the movie, then we host on our channel. That's really cool. That's really badass, Carrie. Listen, Carrie, we got to get on a live stream together. Every time you're on Craven streams, I can't make it there. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, Carrie. We're gonna get on a live stream. As soon. I already promised the Lethal Collective they would be the first guests on my page. So sometime soon, I want to have all of them on. as soon as I get this StreamYard thing figured out, which honestly, I think I'm going to do immediately after this. Immediately, you know what? I got to start. Actually, I got to post something right now. If you guys want to support my Patreon page, I'm going to be on this live stream for a little longer, but I'm just posting my full review of Alligator, which is, it's this crazy movie. I'm going to start doing, that's not the folder where that's in. So I'm going to start doing reviews every single week on Patreon, where I review a new movie that you guys could suggest. So my patrons that are at the $13 tier, they'll be able to suggest a movie for me to review, and that'll be the movie I post there every single week. So that's going to be awesome. Also, if you're not into Patreon, you don't want to sign up for any of that, I am going to start doing channel memberships, which is going to be the exact same thing. Exact same thing as Patreon. Nothing different. So it is going to be a good time over there, though. We're going to be doing a bunch of fun stuff. Then join the Guilty Pleasure Movie Club. Where do I sign up, Carrie? Where do I sign up? Give me the form. I'll fill it out right now. What's 6'8" in centimeters, please? Here, listen, Brie, let me tell you something. Us Americans, we have this weird system that makes absolutely no sense, and I hate it. We should really adopt the metric system. I'm a tall dude. So let me put it this way. That camera is probably like, I'm gonna say like 4 feet up, and I'm gonna stand up real quick. I just caught that on there. Look at that. This is why I subscribed to the KillJoy Jake channel, to see his dumb hoodies and to see him stand up. I'll add you on Instagram then. Perfect, Carrie. Awesome. Marcus says, I don't know how to send gifts or support. Well, if you, I'm totally down for some super chats, man. Let me tell you, they go a long way now that the old Jakester is not, it's not working. So I appreciate it. I'm not asking for them, but you know, I appreciate it. I will say there's a little button on the, like, where you can chat. That's like, there's a little dollar symbol, and it suggests a super sticker or a super chat. I'm just not asking for it, but hey, if you want to support me, I do appreciate it. I appreciate any and all support from anyone and everyone. Just watching these videos is support alone, and I appreciate that. You guys are all the best. Steven's got to go. Stay safe, and don't forget to kill it out there. Thanks, Steven. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the show, says Bari. Of course. Yeah. The headless streamer. Yeah. Things are getting crazy. I love Idle Hands. Idle Hands is great. It's a really fun time. There's some stuff about it that's like a little scary, but not like scary, but never mind. Gotta go though now. Break is over. Bye Jakey Poo. Bye everyone. Bye Carrie. Peace out. Much love. Thanks for stopping by. Greatly appreciate it. Gonna get on a live stream soon with Carrie. We're gonna have a good time. Talk about some horror flicks. The Michael Escapes is getting old now. Agreed. Yeah, Liam, I like that's my thing, man. I don't want Michael to just escape prison and that's it. I want to see like a depraved Michael living out in the woods. I just think that's so scary. Ugh. I love that. I absolutely love that. I love the whole idea of him just being depraved, eating rats out in the woods. Maybe he's hunting deer or something and just eating that raw because he doesn't know how to cook. Like something really messed up along those lines. I would love to see that. Absolutely would love to see that. I just think that would be sick. I don't want to see same old with this movie. That's a big thing. I want to see something different with Michael. I want to see his return to Haddonfield be I don't want him to just walk into Haddonfield for some reason. He's obviously has to get brought there for whatever reason and have it explained in a totally different way than we've seen it in the past. I don't want same old. That's the big thing. Love the prediction of dead animals being found by teens in a local forest park near a cave system. Yeah, I really, that would be sick. I just feel like that would be so cool. Listen, the name of this, the working title of Halloween Ends was Cave Dweller. That could be literal, you know? A literal thing where it's like, okay, maybe Michael's living in a cave. Illinois. I looked it up. Illinois is known for their cave systems. So you could write in that there's a nearby cave system by Haddonfield that maybe Michael just started living in. 100%. They filmed this thing in Savannah, Georgia. So obviously that would be filmed on a soundstage. I don't think Savannah has a lot of caves to my knowledge. But yeah, I could so see that happening. Michael living in a cave, being depraved. That's awesome. Oh, I love all of it. I love all of it. I love how gross and disgusting that would feel. Jason Dyer with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Jason is the reason I'm going to be able to pay my bills next month. I absolutely love this guy. Thank you for the amazing content and the laughs. This channel is so much fun and can't wait to see what is in store for the future. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it, man. By the way, Jason and Rex are here. I know I've gotten in contact with them and one of the other persons who won the Funko Pop from one of the other streams, and we have those coming to you. But if John Kelly is out in the universe and hearing this, I still have not gotten in contact with him about getting him his Funko Pop. I hope he's out there somewhere. I would love to get him that, because he won it fair and square. I believe he was actually number 1. So hope you can get your guys' Funko Pop. And I will be, listen, after this stream, I'm gonna go on Instagram. I'm gonna find someone who does like Funko Pop art, and I'm gonna commission them to do the Stu Lives Funko Pop. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and we will auction it off here. It'll be a good time. It'll be really funny. High Flying Eye, what's going on, man? If Halloween continues as a franchise, I reckon it's time to do it as an anthology series. You can only have so much Michael Myers before it gets stale. I do agree that we're starting to get to the point where we might get sick of Michael Myers, so we're gonna need to take some time off. I don't think if they're gonna continue the Halloween franchise, it's not going to be immediate. It's not gonna happen next year. They're not gonna start going to production for that. They're gonna take some time off, especially because Blumhouse is probably still gonna make it. So my guess is that we get we'll probably get some more Michael Myers like towards the latter half of the decade, like 2028, maybe 2029. I can see that happening. I don't think it'll be much sooner than that though. And if we do end up going with an anthology series, that was John Carpenter's like original plan for the series, that would be fun. That failed though because they called it Halloween. You go into a Halloween movie, you're expecting Michael Myers. If they want to go anthology route, like every Halloween put out a movie, you could make that a whole new series and make that the focus of it. But the problem is it might have the same problem that the original Halloween had. Because like I said before, every Halloween movie was supposed to be a new concept that was going to come out every Halloween, and it was going to be titled Halloween something with some kind of subtitle. But Michael Myers was just so popular, they had to keep it rolling with that. So you kind of got to follow what the audience wants to a degree. To a degree. Don't overdo it, because then you turn into what Star Wars 8 was. But yeah. It's a tough subject to tackle. It's a hard thing to accomplish. Barry says, Jake, what is your opinion about people saying that Michael and the Shape are different beings and that Michael is just a normal man being possessed by some sort of evil spirit or entity? Here's my thing. I feel like these entire new movies have been trying to get back to what original Halloween was, which was, we don't really know what's going on with Michael. And I don't think that adding in a supernatural element like that would be purposeful. It wouldn't really add anything to what is so great about this new series. I don't really love the idea. I feel like maybe you could set that up in a whole new series, but like this series hasn't really been setting that up. They've been setting up a lot of things throughout the last 2 movies. There was little tiny throwaway details in Halloween 2018 that became massive plot points in Halloween Kills. I'm expecting the same thing to happen from Halloween Kills to Halloween Ends. And they really never alluded to that in Halloween Kills or Halloween 2018. So I really don't think that's going to be the case. But it's an interesting thing to talk about for sure. Michael wants to shave his enormous beard. That's why he returns to Haddonfield, only to find Laurie bulldozing his house and really gets annoyed. I mean, listen, Liam, honestly, I think that could be the case here. What if all these movies are setting that up to be why Michael Myers goes after Laurie Strode? Is let's give him a reason. Let's give him a reason to go and kill Laurie Strode. I could see that being the case. I wouldn't be shocked if that's what the whole purpose of the last 2 movies was to give him that. So why would they want to destroy the house? Well, if your daughter was just murdered by a serial killer, I'd be pretty angry and act irrationally too. That's how I see it. That's probably the case, probably the scenario. I'm not sure. I'm not sure though. I haven't seen the movie yet. That's just my theory. Jordan says, I mean, he is definitely supernatural. You're right, but we don't need to explain that. Why do we need to explain that? Why does everyone want everything explained? Things that are more mysterious are more scary. That's just rule of thumb for me. If you don't need to explain something, don't. If it won't serve the plot in any sort of way, then you don't need to explain it, I think. Marcus says, I still didn't see Kills. Watch it. It's not the best Halloween movie, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Kills has as the title suggests, it definitely it definitely delivers on the kills, for sure. Story, though, not so well done. Not the best Halloween story that we've gotten. But that was never really the plan. I was not going into Halloween Kills thinking, oh, this is for sure going to have a great story. No, I went into that movie thinking this is definitely going to have some of the best kills of the franchise. And that's probably what the focus is going to be. And yeah, that's what the focus was. It also had a really cool psychological element to it that I really liked that was kind of new for this franchise. I thought it was interesting how it commented on mob mentality. That was cool. It wasn't too in your face. It was in the background. It was... The one thing that was a bit much was Tommy Doyle just saying, evil dies tonight in your face like every 2 seconds. But in a lot of ways, that has sparked a lot of fun memes in the Halloween community. So there is that. Kills is at least top 5, says Jordan. Ooh, you know what? Okay, I am going to make this video. I'm going to make a Halloween rankings video eventually. But you know what? I'm going to do my top 5 right now for you guys. I'll probably end the stream with this. I've been going for... 2 hours and 30 minutes. I do kind of want to get to 3 hours though. That would be crazy if I got to a 3-hour stream. So I'm going to do my top 5 right now live for my Halloween movies. What are my top 5 Halloween movies? That's a fun way to end this, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right. So I think damn it. This is so hard. So definitely in my top 5 are going to be the original Halloween, Halloween 18, Halloween H2O, for sure. I love all 3 of those. Maybe Halloween 3, honestly. I really like Halloween 3. That's a really fun movie. Halloween 4, I think for sure is going to be in there. This is tough, man. I don't know where Halloween Kills goes in there. "3 hours, let's go," says Brie. I'm going for it. All right, so I think for sure Halloween 2018, Halloween H2O, Halloween 4 in my top 5. But man, what is going to take that 5th spot? Because Halloween Kills is pretty good. Had some of the best kills of the entire franchise. We also have another contender I would say is Rob Zombie's Halloween, the first one. Fight Me, it's pretty good. I think that one's definitely moved up on my list a little bit. And probably Halloween, I said Halloween Kills. So I think contender for the top 5 as well is Halloween Kills and RZ Halloween. But which one do I like more? I will say this, Rob Zombie's Halloween probably has a better story. Have to do 3 hours, says Jason. I'm going for it. Liam says, he always wears a mask. How do we know it's not him? What? Yeah, kind of a whack scene. Halloween from Rob Zombie, says Blucka Blucka. That's your choice. Rob Zombie's Halloween definitely has a better story, even if it's kind of the same thing as the original and does a little too much exposition. I still really liked it, and it's still very brutal. I think Halloween Kills, though, is probably the most brutal we've ever seen Michael, and for that, I appreciate it. And I also appreciate the experimental formula with Halloween Kills. Man. Okay, you know what we're forgetting? Halloween 2. Halloween 2 is also a contender here, because Halloween 2 absolutely fucks. Why have I don't know how we haven't talked about that in the 2 hours and 30 minutes of a Halloween stream, but Halloween 2 is super underrated. I absolutely love that film. It's a little... my one criticism of Halloween 2 is Laurie Strode is bedridden the entire movie, which definitely sucks, but it's still a really good film. It's really fun. It has some great kills and some really cool characters as well. Dick Warlock is fucking... Michael Myers is great. I love the hot tub scene. The entire hot tub sequence is great. Halloween 6 is underrated, Ty. It's not in my top 5, but it's very underrated. I really like Curse. Curse is really fun. Halloween Resurrection? No. Sorry. I don't think Resurrection can make it into the top 5, Jason. I don't know if it can happen. I liked the beginning of Kills when Michael kills all the firemen and when he gets surrounded by the mob. 100%. The beginning, the Halloween Kills is so strong. It's a lot of fun. Marcus D, yeah, that's a great movie. Love the hospital scenes. Yeah, there's lots of love about Halloween 2 as well. Damn, do I put that? Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think Halloween 2's got to be in my top 5. It sucks because I think Rob Zombie's Halloween Kills, I really like those films, but I do have big problems with them as much as there are big pros with them as well. So that's tough. Jordan says Rob Zombie is trash. So my buddy Sean, that's his absolute favorite director. I love Rob Zombie's music. I'm going to see the guy live, like I said earlier. I don't absolutely love his movies. There's always something about him that it always goes just a little too far for my taste. And I like going too far with movies too. But some of his characters are just so unlikable. That's my problem with his films. His characters are so unlikable, but he always delivers on the gore and the blood and the disturbing factor for sure. Are you seeing him in Cuyahoga Falls in September? Yes, I am. Yeah, Adam. Oh yeah, I'm going to that concert, dude. I will 100% be there. So if you want to say hi, hell yeah. Come on down to Cuyahoga Falls in September. I believe he's playing around my birthday, which is another reason why I want to go. So, all right. So I'm doing this live. Top 5 Halloween movies. How do we rank these? So okay. So yeah, Halloween first place. I think yeah, the 78 movie, that's number 1 for me. That's number 1. Damn. What comes in 5th place? What comes in 5th place for this? Halloween 2 is a little slow. I agree, Liam. It has its slow spots. It's definitely not my second place on my spot. Yeah, like the dialogue, man. Rob Zombie should never be allowed to write movie dialogue. Yeah, his dialogue's not the best. I'll admit. Really should watch Devil's Rejects. That's his best film, Barry. Yeah, The Devil's Rejects is definitely his best movie. I really like that film. That one's really impressive. House of a Thousand Corpses, also great. What's the third one called? 3 from Hell. Meh. Pretty meh. Marcus lists them as 1, 2, H2O 2018, and 4 is how you would rank them. That's a good ranking. I don't know if I could put number 2 as at the second spot though. So I'll be honest. Probably put 2018 as number 2. I really like Halloween 2018. It's really well done. It has a lot of things that it copies from the original, but it also adds a lot of new modern flares to it that I think is really interesting and that I can appreciate. Halloween 4 is super underrated, Jason. I really enjoyed that. Just for that alone, I'm going to put Halloween 4 as my number 3. I know. Controversial, man. Controversial. Probably. Okay. Here's how I'm doing it. Final ranking. 5th place, Halloween H2O. 4th place, Halloween 2. 3rd place, Halloween 4. 2nd place, Halloween 2018. And 1st place, Halloween 78. Controversial, man. But we're all going to have a different opinion on them. I think why I'm putting 4 as number 3 is, honest to God, one of the biggest things about 4 for me. The characters, pretty damn well written. That was something that, going back and watching that movie again recently, I was really shocked by. I was like, damn, okay, these characters are pretty damn good. And honestly, they're more memorable than the new characters in Halloween 2, which, controversial, probably. I know some people disagree, but damn, I really like Halloween. I really like Halloween 4 now. It's definitely moved up on my list. Yeah, I put Halloween H2O as 5th place because there's a lot of whack stuff about that movie. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely in my top 5, but there's some stuff in there where I'm like, like the opening scene is a little cheesy for a Halloween movie, I feel. It's definitely trying to have that Scream feel to it a little bit. Nice ranking, thank you. The thumb in the forehead. Yeah, the thumb in the forehead is silly. But yeah, Halloween 4 absolutely fucks. That's a great movie. And I think Halloween 2018 is up there for me as well. That ending is just so brutal and so crazy. It's one of the most suspenseful sequences. Nice, Jordan. That's a good list, man. That's a good list. Halloween Kills deserves some love. I'll say that. It's underrated, I think. Man, I am starting to feel it, guys. Oh. Jordan says your list is almost mine. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Jordan loves his modernized horrors. Listen, modern horror is great, man. There's a lot of great modern horror. There's also look, there's bad modern horror. There's good modern horror. It's always been that way, though. It's always been that way. There's always been good movies. There's always been bad movies. I hate when people are like, oh, horror sucks nowadays. It doesn't. Come on. There's a lot. You're not looking hard enough for good movies then, if you think horror sucks nowadays. The market's so saturated. That's the problem. The really popular movies are typically like the sequels and continuations to older franchises. Watch some of the original movies that come out nowadays. They're great. Some of my favorite movies have come out in the past couple of years. VHS 94 it's a sequel, but in a lot of ways it's original. That movie is one of my favorite horror films. Honest to God, I absolutely love that film. Oh, Ratma could use a full-length movie. So Chloe Okuno has this movie coming out. She's the director of the Ratma skit in VHS 94. Holy shit, I could use a full-length version of that from Chloe. I know she has a new movie coming out, but man, if she decides to go full-length version of Ratma, I'm all about it. All about that. CJ Graves, what's going on, man? I love Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I love that film. It's so goofy. It's so fun. It's just like a really fun B movie, man. I think if you go into that film and you're expecting a Halloween flick, you're going to be disappointed for sure. But if you watch it as like a fun John Carpenter movie, it's very similar to like The Fog. If you've ever seen The Fog, I feel like those movies kind of go hand in hand. That would be a good double feature to watch. You're gonna have a good time with it. It's not a Halloween movie. That's the problem. It should have just been called Season of the Witch. I really enjoy it though. A lot of people don't like it, and that's understandable, but I like it, man. Adam says top 5 for him is 4's your favorite. Nice. 4's underrated, dude. 4's great, man. I love 4. 78, 6 kills, and 5. Ugh. Man, 5's in your top 5, dude. Damn. I don't know. I can't get into 5. I've tried to like it. It's really just, I don't know what my least favorite Halloween movie is. Probably Resurrection. Objectively, that's probably the worst movie, but 5 is rough, man. I really wish I could get into that one more. But starting it off with Michael Myers just swimming down the river on his back, it's so goofy. I don't know. I can't get into it. Is that just gonna keep squeaking? There we go. I gotta get some lube for the old mic stand. Whew. I'm gonna have to do some jumping jacks in a second, everybody. Keep it going. I'm going for that 3 hours. Everyone, why am I wearing? I don't even need to be wearing that, honestly. All right, we're gonna do some jumping jacks real quick. Oh, whoo. Oh, let's do some workouts. Okay, there we go. Let's do this. All right, now we're back to it. Let's go. Woo. Let's keep this going for another 20 minutes, everybody. Let's do this. So, the only thing that scares me is horror based on true stories. Really, Marcus? Like, I think that there's a lot of scary horror flicks out there, man. I see, like, some people just jump scares don't affect them at all. Like, I can't even play horror video games because, like, jump scares scare the fuck out of me. Like, I don't know what it is. Every time if you execute a really well done jump scare, it makes me jump. I love it. It's really good stuff. Rob Zombie's Halloween is, I don't know if it's trash. You know, it's got some Tristan. It's got some good moments to it. I don't like the opening. That's my thing about the Rob Zombie Halloween movie. Why do we have to explain Michael's whole backstory at the very beginning in a completely different way? I don't know. I think that's kind of weird, personally. Yeah, Blucka. I really like Screams 4 and 5. Jordan also, I guess Jordan also likes them, but modern horror is good, man. I think it's good. I'm also really sensitive to jump scares. Yeah, I can't even play like horror video games. I can't even get through some of them. Like I'll be like, oh, geez. I'll have to turn it off. Like I tried playing like a VR horror game once, and I couldn't even walk around the corner. I was so horrified. I was so petrified. I'm like, nope, can't do this. Jason Dyer, yeah, Salem's Lot messed me up as a kid and still today. Dude, that scene where the kid is like floating in front of the window, that is horrifying. I don't care what anyone says. That is a great, really well executed scene. Prince of Darkness is great, says Red Wolf. Yeah, I really like Prince of Darkness. It's basically just the same plot of The Thing with with different characters in a different situation, but yeah, pretty much the same movie. But it's good. Me playing Outlast, LOL, nope. That's funny. Yeah, I played a little bit of Outlast, and I'm just like, I can't even focus. Like, I can't even focus on the games if I'm in that situation. Ugh, I don't know. I had to watch my buddy play Resident Evil 7 because I was too scared to play it. I'm like, I can't even do this. Honestly, I feel like that's a lot of... Here's something really interesting to talk about. I feel like that's a lot of the reasons why I am officially in the Guilty Pleasure Movie Club. Hell yeah. I feel like that's a lot of people. That's a big reason why I feel like some people don't like horror movies. They might not be affected by jump scares or creepy sequences in films. So some people are like either too scared or not scared enough. I don't know. For me, it scares the fuck out of me. Like, I don't know how you can watch like the original Conjuring for the first time and not just be horrified for a week after that. I love it. I love me a good jump scare. Always gets me if they're done well. So. The Dreaming Insomniacs is here. What's going on, man? What's up, Joe? I've been streaming for almost 3 hours. We're going for that 3-hour mark, and then I think I'm going to call it. But hell yeah. Oh, man, I got something going on in the old guts right now. That's kind of gross to talk about, but I don't know if I got to like poop or what's going on, but no one wants to hear that. That's disgusting. Friday remake is so underrated. It's a great film and isn't cheesy like all the other ones. Listen, man. The Friday remake's great, but don't be dissing on some of those originals. Dude, Friday Part 4 is such an underrated movie. Friday Part 4 is horrifying and has some really great sequences throughout and some really silly characters, which really adds to it. I don't know. Final Chapter for me is probably my favorite Friday movie, but they're all pretty. They all have merit. They're all fun. The Marvel Lord, what's going on, man? Guys, I think I'm gonna have to cut the stream a little short. Sorry, guys. I apologize, but the old yeah. I think then I gotta go sit on the toilet for like an hour. That's kind of gross, but I'm just gonna be straight up. I think they should cross the idea of oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta respond to the Marvel Lords thing. Then I'll talk to you, Red Wolf. Cannot wait for the kills in Terrifier 2, and it's over 2 hours long. Yeah, it's gonna be epic, man. I'm really excited for that film. Mixing Saw traps with the Hellraiser demons sounds really interesting. That's a crossover I didn't know I needed before now. Oh, that would be sick. Absolutely sick. Absolutely sick stuff. Ooh, Saw X says, I hope we get a Grave Encounters 3 by the Vicious Brothers. Did they do the sequel? I've never seen it, and I don't know anything about it. I know they did the first one, and they've done some other movies, but yeah, I really need to watch Grave Encounters 2. I've never seen it. I would love for a third one to happen, though. That first one's amazing. Jason Dyer asks a great question that I'm probably going to get going because, wow, yeah. It's happening, y'all. About to give birth here. Jake, are you pro Jaws remake? No CGI, all practical effects? Okay, I am so down for a Jaws requel only if they do use practical effects. If they decide to do a CGI shark, absolutely not. No fucking way. Nope, not gonna happen. I don't think we can do that. I don't know. I feel like that's why that movie was so good. The use of the practical sharks. That's so funny that I said sharks. But that is just, it's great. I think it's awesome. All right, you know what? I'm gonna call it now. I'm sorry I didn't make it to the 3-hour mark. Listen, next time I promise it's gonna happen. But oh my God, do I gotta go like at this very moment? I absolutely love all you guys. Thank you all for coming and stopping by, talking about horror movies for nearly 3 hours. Next time I stream, I'm going for the 3. I'm going for the 3. So be there. I'll probably be streaming. Taco Bell be hitting. That's funny. So I'll probably be streaming after the Lethal Collective stream on Friday. if I'm not super busy that day. That's going to be my first day not working at Chipotle anymore. So I might be working on some business stuff that day. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I will be live streaming either that day or the day or Saturday night. So one of those days I'll be streaming. Make sure to catch it. Make sure to say hello. And